All right, we're live. So let's see who will jump in here. Fabio. Tonight I'll be joined with Fabio, the Italian Stallion 51, and he will be joining me shortly. So if anybody's out there, let me know. Okay. Just checking to see if the mic was plugged in here. But yes. Let's see here. Let's see if I'm live. Okay. But yeah, like I said, tonight I'm going to be joined with the Italian Stallion 51, Fabio. Yeah, he's going to be joining me tonight, and he'll be on here shortly. The Masked Singer, what's up? Stranger Boy. Let me know if you can hear me all right. What's up? Matt Thomas, Studio Red Band's in the house. Awesome. But yeah, Fabio is going to be on here shortly. So we're going to see if this works. And we'll go from there. Doing good, DJ. Doing good. Today I went movie shopping a little bit, like movie hunting, picked up a few, which I have a little stack right there. So I'm trying to, build it up for the next update. But, so I got a little decent sized stack. But yeah, so I went to some pawn shops today, went to Best Buy, which they didn't have much. Best Buy is really trimmed down on the selection. Target as well. What Myers house, which I like to live in. I mean, you got to go with the original, I guess. I haven't seen Adam's Family 2. To be honest with you, I've only seen like a little bit of it. Like I have both of them in a Blu-ray double pack. But yeah, so I got both the movies on Blu-ray, but I've only seen the first one. I don't know why I haven't seen the second one. But yeah, like I said, Fabio is going to be with me in a little bit here. So yeah, I'm starting to see that. Like Best Buy even didn't have like a bargain bin. Best Buy, it was like one shelf. It was like one shelf and a couple of other stands over here. I mean, no like bargain bin even. There's a lot of 4K. And I'm like, what happened? Again, Best Buy's really trimmed down on selection. Target's really trimmed down on the selection. But yeah. But well, the Walmart that I go to is like 2 minutes from here. Everything, like where I live right here, everything is like 2 minutes away, whether it be food, Walmart. I mean, within like a 2 mile radius, I have 3 grocery stores. Yeah, I got the pig, and my mic. So I got the Piggly Wiggly. I got Walmart, and I got Food Lion, all down the road. But today I didn't go to Walmart. I went to a couple of pawn shops. I went to Best Buy. I went to Target. And again, Target didn't have much. What's up, Bobby? Fabio will be here in a little bit. So whenever he's ready, He'll let me know, and then I'll shoot him a link for him to join in with the live chat here. So we shall see. But yeah, so I didn't go to Walmart today. Actually went to Walmart yesterday, and I did pick up something, but I want to save that for the collection update. But like I said, today I went to a couple of pawn shops, Best Buy, Target. Then I came back home. Then I had dinner. But yeah. That's a good question. Could a lethal weapon in 48 hours crossover work? If there was ever a time, maybe you could have done it around the third Lethal Weapon film. And just kind of like in my own sort of mind, like if you could, again, play that in your own mind in a fantasy, it'd be a lot of fun to see like a Lethal Weapon 48 hours crossover, do it. Because the second, like another 48 hours came out in what, 90? So somewhere between the second film and the third Lethal Weapon film, or, maybe you could have done it after, Lethal Weapon 3. But it would have been fun. Okay. The Banana Split movie. Okay. I mean, I don't know much about it. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen. I think I saw like a headline or like a thumbnail of that with Deadpool reacting to the trailer Free Guy, but I didn't I didn't see the video or click on the article. But yeah. Which horror movie franchise should get the space treatment? I don't know, because right now with horror franchises, I just don't care enough. And the way they've treated, Michael Myers, I joke about taking him to space, but how can you really do that? You can only just, if you want to really go, I don't know how you would do it. I don't know how you would do it, to be honest with you, but Freddy in space that would make more sense. Like you could work with that a little bit more than Michael. But even then, I would not want to see it. Yeah, I don't know much about. Yeah, I don't know much about that, but I hear what's like. I kind of see it being discussed and stuff. Yeah, again, Freddy might work. Like Freddy would make more sense than Michael. I've only seen the first Hellraiser film. I haven't seen the sequels. Yeah, Wishmaster could probably work. But then again, like I've only seen the first one. Like I don't actually I do have the second and third film. Yeah, I have them in a double pack. But yeah, maybe. I don't know. And what would Fabio say to that? Ash in space. I don't know about that. Chucky in space. I don't know about that. I'm tired of Chucky. I'm tired of, after watching Curse of Chucky, Code of Chucky, the Child's Play reboot I thought was a solid movie, but I'm tired of Chucky. I don't care about this. Just me. I don't care about this TV series, but I can only speak for myself on that. Die Hard in space. I don't know. It wouldn't work. Ted Sutton. Yeah. Am I going to watch Space Jam: A New Legacy? No. If someone paid me, yeah, but I'm not going to watch it. I see the bad reviews. I'm just curious, what does it have in IMDb? Yeah, 3.7. A 3.7. Space Jam 2 has on IMDb. So there you go. Yes, put us all in space, not just me. Put me in space with Matt and Fabio and Wild Man Beyond. Wild Man Beyond. Now there's a guy that's already beat us to the punch. He's on Mars right now. He's on freaking Mars, and he's having fun with Matt Damon and stuff like that. Cancel Space Jam: A New Legacy. Yeah, I agree. What's up, Scotty? I don't know about that though. Yeah. Yeah, Wild Man. Wild Man needs to come in here and the chat. But yeah, like I said, for people that are just coming into the live stream here, waiting on Fabio right now, so he'll come in at any moment. It probably take him a few minutes, but he'll be here, and we'll work him in. So, yeah, he's going to be here. Yeah, 3.7. Yeah, Space Jam: New Legacy has a 3.7 on IMDb. What is to expect from the director of Scary Movie 5? Scary Movie 5, the same director of that movie. And apparently you have Porky Pig rapping in the movie. That's what I've heard. Or like I've seen like an article or something out there, and I'm like, really, Porky Pig is going to rap? Fuck Space Jam 2. I'm not watching it. Maybe if someone paid me, but I'm not watching it. Let me see here. Favorite Looney Tunes characters? Bugs Bunny. I would say that. Wile E. Coyote. Yeah, you could do that. But then again, I don't have enough faith in them to make a good Freddy movie. Not after the remake. Hell no, I would not want to see that. Do I think Space Jam 2 would surpass the Rollerball remake? Is that saying much? Is that saying much? I mean, what does Rollerball have? Space Jam 2 has a 3.7. The Rollerball remake has a 3.1. I could laugh at the Rollerball remake. I'm not watching Space Jam 2. But yeah, right now I'm getting the message. So yeah, like I said, waiting on Fabio right now. Anyway, so Scotty, I did get your message. Yeah, I'm gonna reply to you, but so let me see here. Let me kind of catch up with the questions a little bit. Oh, Jesus Christ. Freddy remake was the only. Yeah, the Nightmare on Elm Street remake. I didn't spend a dime. I saw it for free because when that came out, I was still working at the theater, and I still wanted back my hour and a half or whatever it was. And that's one of the worst remakes to me. Was watching that piece of shit. But anyway, like I said, Scotty, I saw your message and just give me a second. I'm just trying to catch up with the chat here a little bit. Yeah, Fabio is great. As whenever Fabio rants, man, it's always entertaining. I mean, his live streams, and you may get to see that tonight. So, the live stream will probably get fobbed. Do you think we might get a trailer? I haven't heard it. I haven't heard a thing about that, to be honest with you. Tell Fabio that Ty said to get your tardy slip. Space Jam 2 is like Ready Player One. Malcolm D. Lee. Yeah. My favorite rants that Matt has done. I remember his rant on Scary Movie 5. His rant on the Ghostbusters reboot is great. Expendables 3, when that came out, I remember his rant on that. Recently, the RoboCop remake, that was a great rant. I know he ranted on that. But there's a lot of great rants. Anytime Rambaraf could do a rant, I'm always going to watch. Same with Fabio. I really enjoy their rants. But all right, Scotty, I replied back. But yeah, Snake Eyes definitely. Haven't seen that one. Do I think Seth MacFarlane is better than Malcolm D. Lee? I would say so. Should Peter and Stewie make a cameo in Deadpool 3? I don't know about that. Yeah, I'll still be on. I just started the stream here. Like I said, Fabio will be on a little bit. He'll let me know. And then I'm going to shoot him an invite. And then he'll be ready. And then we'll go from there. So, yeah, in the meantime, I figure kind of get it started a little bit. Start the live stream. And then when he's ready, we'll have him in. But yeah, so for people that are still watching, stick around. So Fabio, again, waiting on him. Let me see, Space Jam or Roger Rabbit. Got to go with Roger Rabbit. Let's see here. Truth is, I watch YouTube more than any streaming movie. Yeah, I know that. I know the feeling. Like, I'm always watching YouTube videos, trying to catch up with the people that I'm subscribed to and friends that I'm really falling behind on movies. And that's why I wanted to do another marathon again, so I can really get back into reviews and really get back on the review train. So right now, as far as the names that are being polled. Right now, it's at a tie between Arnold and Stallone. So, but we still have another 2 weeks. Still collecting, votes and what have you. But so the deadline is the first, and then the second, August 2nd, I will start up the marathon, whoever that will be. But right now, Arnold and Stallone are at a tie. But yeah. What if Kevin Smith made a recent Tom and Jerry movie? I would not want to watch it. The Final Destination movies, I like the first one. I haven't seen 2 and 3 or 4. I remember seeing 5. And I was like, it's okay. But I don't know. I never really got too heavy into those movies. I like the first one. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, why not? Why can't we get a Dread 2 and 3? Because it would require creativity from Hollywood and the studio heads. But yeah, Roger Rabbit movie did not have Tom and Jerry, but at least they attempted to get them in. There's no excuse for not having them in Space Jam movies as they're owned by Warner Brothers. I agree. I don't know if it's because, you had this other Tom and Jerry movie come out that, they didn't want to, for whatever reason, confuse people or, I don't know. Not that I saw the Tom and Jerry movie, but yeah, I agree. Let me go down. Hey, what's up, Ural? I don't know if I got the name right, but yeah, Fabio, he's gonna join up here in a few minutes or so. Waiting on him, but yeah, so I figured start up the live stream before. But yeah, rest in peace, Richard Donner, great director. Superman the movie, The Goonies, Lethal Weapon movies, Maverick, Conspiracy Theory is a solid movie, Assassins, which he also directed, but a great director. But yeah, definitely will be missed. Let me see here, movie news. So apparently, Antonio Banderas has joined Indiana Jones 5. I don't know how many people have heard that, but yeah, apparently that's happened. So what do you guys' thoughts on that? Yeah, I agree. Goonies never say die. Yeah. A bad movie you can still watch over and over again and laugh at it, make fun of, and be entertained by. Ones that I can laugh at, Batman and Robin, I can laugh at. Let me see. I'm trying to think. Howard the Duck, I guess. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. Yeah, TMNT 3, I can laugh at. I can still watch, but I'm like, look at the suits. Look at Splinter. So there's some movies that I can laugh at. But I don't know. I'm trying to think of more. And there's ones that are just freaking god awful, like movie 43 and Going Overboard, which I can't even laugh at. I just want to tear my hair out. But I have nothing to tear out. Favorite movies based on books and novels? I mean, a lot of the Stephen King stuff. I haven't seen that. I think I do have the film, but I haven't seen Tucker and Dale versus Evil. I didn't know they were making a sequel. Not in particular. I mean, I'm just kind of, like maybe there's some Blu-rays that I would like to pick up, but right, like lately, I just sort of been just going out, and if I find something, I'll pick it up. You know, let's see here. I haven't seen that one. Didn't Fabio watch that movie? K-12? Is that the same movie that Fabio did a commentary on? He can talk about that. Yeah, I didn't expect that. Like Antonio Banderas and an Indiana Jones movie. I haven't seen the American Ninja films. Don't know much about Evil Dead 4. I hope to God not. Well, I haven't seen Robo Vampires, but I don't know. I'd rather watch that. I'd rather, I'd rather give Robo Vampire a shot than rewatch the RoboCop reboot. Howard the Duck, it's not the worst movie ever, but it's not great. It has a certain, I hit my mic. It has a certain charm to it. Like, again, it's not the worst movie ever, but it has a certain charm to the film. I have it on Blu-ray, but it's not great. It's not, I wouldn't even call it a good movie. It's like a mindless time waster, or like a dumb, like a fun time waster, or it could be just a time waster. But yeah. Yeah, I still have to watch that. Okay, I didn't know about that. Do I think Tarantino Rambo would be better than Rambo 5? I'm not sure. If you're asking, like, I mean, in regards to like a reboot, I would not want to see a reboot of First Blood. But yeah, I anything is better than Rambo 5. I mean, if I think about it, Ninja, I haven't seen Ninja. Believe it or not, I have not seen Ninja. I think I do have. You know what? I have both of them in a double pack on Blu-ray, not Blu-ray, but DVD. I have not seen the Ninja films. Oh God, I hope don't let that be true. Is Stallone planning another Rambo? Maybe Matt Thomas knows about this. I hope not. Rambo 5 was already bad, but let me see here. Let's see. Barbie Girl. I don't mind. I mean, there's worse songs. How would I do a sequel to the Monster Squad? I don't know. I mean, to me, it's a film that works by itself. I don't know if you really need a sequel. I know my thoughts go out to the lead actor. I know he suffered a heart attack or something. What's that actor's name? The lead kid in the Monster Squad. I know he suffered a heart attack recently, and I hope he's getting better. Favorite Tony Scott film? I got to go with The Last Boy Scout. We only needed 4. I hope not. Yeah, to me, Rambo 4 was, the last good Rambo film. You don't need any more. Superman 4 was a bad movie I can watch and enjoy and laugh and make fun of. I still haven't seen Superman 4. What? I don't know about that. Is that true? Is Stallone planning another Creed movie? I know he's not going to be in it. I know there's talks of doing a Creed 3. You know, that Michael B. Jordan is more involved. That Rocky's not going to be in it. I don't know, but as far as, I mean, if Rambo 5 is still out there, like, I still can't believe he made another fifth Rambo film. Like, okay, the last 10 minutes of the film is fun, but other than that, I didn't care for it. But so we got right now 15 people watching. And again, for people that are, wondering about Fabio, he'll be here in a little bit. I wanted to start up the live stream, a little bit, and then Fabio will come in. But so he'll be here, waiting on him. But so let's see here. He still wants to do Creed. Yeah, I heard Michael B. Jordan is directing it or something. I don't know about that. That's what to me, that's what you should have done with Rambo 5 or any of the other. I mean, wasn't there a script out there? Maybe Matt Thomas can elaborate more on that. On some of which one was it where there was like a war at the border and like either it was Rambo against Teasel again or Teasel was siding with Rambo where there was a war at the border. Maybe you could have done something like that, but really, if Brian Dennehy was still around, maybe you could have done that. Like go back to the town, kind of bring it full circle, like with going back to the first movie. Was it Russia? No, I don't think the Rollerball remake. I think one was good enough. I mean, well, it was bad, but we don't need a. All right, so Fabio is ready. But yeah, so Fabio is ready. Fabio, the Italian Stallion 51, is about to join. And so let me shoot him an invite. But yeah, so Fabio is going to. I hit my damn mic again. Let's see here. All right, so Fabio is going to be with us in a minute. Let's see here. All right, let's try that. All right, so Fabio, like I said, Fabio's getting ready to join us here in a couple of minutes, and we're off to the races. Let me see here. It's weird because Rainbow 5 was exactly that genre, but they didn't want to go all the way. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, but to me, you didn't need another Rambo film. Like 4, I felt 4, Rambo 4 ended it well. I could believe that. You know what? I would like to learn martial arts. I'm being serious. I've never studied or took any classes, but I've always wanted to, and I still can. So sure, why not? All right, so Fabio's here.
Woohoo!
Hey,
Hello. What's
Fabio's
up?
in the house. Not much, man.
Cool.
Oh man, awesome. All right, Fabio's here.
Yay! Finally, only a half hour late. Well, I had to reset my computer because it was acting up, so that's why I'm late. Of course.
Yeah, Matt Thomas. Can you see the comments on the?
Yes, I got
Okay.
the comments up, so we're good. Let me.
Awesome.
I can only look past a certain time.
Okay.
I like this one. Do you encounter as many stupid people in your life as Fabio does?
Yeah, I would say so.
I like it.
Yeah, I got my drinks here.
Nice.
Water and a Coke, so Flash Flex, what's up? Say hey, Fabio.
What's up? Shalom, y'all. Just looking through.
Are you good?
The old comments. K-12 is the worst musical ever. You're not wrong, Bobby.
I was about to ask because wasn't that one that you did a commentary on as a paid request?
Yes, that was a paid live commentary, and that movie was god awful. It was so woke. It was so terrible. I could not wait for it to be over.
Wow.
Upcoming Blu-rays, too many. There's too many coming out.
Yeah.
Favorite Tony Scott film would definitely be Last Boy Scout.
I had the same answer.
There we go. I knew there was a reason why I liked you. All right, I think I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, yeah, we're all up to speed now.
All right. So let's see. Let's go back for a second. Okay. What about this one? Do you believe Bill Hicks and Alex Jones are the same person?
I don't think so. No, not really.
I don't believe it either. Do you get tired of people staring at other people for no reason?
Yes, of course. It's one of the biggest pet peeves I have.
Would you rather fight Michael Madsen or Nicolas Cage?
Nicolas Cage, so he could just yell for no reason.
Yeah. Let's see. All right, Flash is asking, how do you know I'm Jewish? I don't know.
Telepathy.
Thoughts on the Joyride movies?
I've only ever seen the first Joyride, and I really enjoy it. It's one of my favorite Paul Walker movies. I've never seen any of the sequels. I don't really plan on it.
Yeah, I do have Joyride, but I haven't watched it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Just like with all these other movies that I haven't watched yet.
Of course, but
Yeah.
the first Joyride's pretty good. I just wish that they would have stuck with the original ending because it does have a sequel bait ending, and then they never made a sequel that had any of the original people in it.
So that they made 2 more?
I think they made 2 more.
Okay.
But again, I've never even attempted to track them down.
Matt Thomas wants to know what are your thoughts on John Bonham?
The drummer from Led Zeppelin is my favorite drummer, and I think the greatest drummer of all time.
All right, DJ's asking if you guys met in real life, how would you spend the day?
We would do a People Are Stupid live stream.
Yeah.
And look at all the stupid people in the world. I think we have the same shelf.
Oh, really? Like that one?
Shelf, I think they're the same.
You get it from Target?
No, my mom got mine from Amazon, but they're probably the same. How much
was it? You know how much it was?
I have no clue. She bought 2 of them, and then she bought another one. The other one, I don't know when the other one's going to be here.
That was like 35, I think.
Oh, okay. No, this was because this is 1, 2, 3. This is 5 shelves.
Mm-hmm.
Is yours 5 or no?
I kind of took I have like 2 shelves.
Oh,
and I have a third one, but I just kind of took it out to squeeze in more.
Might be the same one. I don't know. I just noticed that. Sorry, had a moment.
Are you good? Stranger Boy says Hardball is finally getting a Blu-ray.
Yes, Hardball, The Longest Yard with Adam Sandler, Necessary Roughness. That's another good movie. They're all getting Blu-rays in September. The Beavis and Butthead movie is getting a Blu-ray in October. Evolution's getting a Blu-ray. So, yeah, there's some good ones coming out finally. Paramount has been killing it with the back catalog, so I can't complain. Breakdown's getting a new Blu-ray, and there's a commentary with Kurt Russell on there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So, definitely going to get that.
When's that coming out again? The Breakdown?
Breakdown, I think, is September.
Okay.
Yeah.
Scotty saying, wish they would do a special edition of The Last Boy Scout.
It'll never happen. It will never happen because apparently everyone hated doing that movie. And Tony Scott's gone, so I think the only person that would want to talk about it had passed away.
Yeah. Flash is like, do you know Rose McGowan is Italian?
Fuck her. Not literally. Fuck her.
Are you a fan of Michael Parks? Love
Michael Parks. And From Dusk Till Dawn and The Hitman with Chuck Norris and many other movies.
Well, I don't know what I'm doing reading the questions if you can see them too. So
no,
you?
It's okay. It's the first time we've done it this way. So
yeah, so I'm glad it's working though.
Oh yeah, I'm really happy too.
I just found out StreamYard is like, okay, we can invite people. You can invite people in that don't have an account. I'm like, well, what I've been doing this entire time. I could have had people, but
you didn't know. It's no big deal.
It's going through.
You think Disney might re-release all the Joyride movies on Blu-ray? No, I don't foresee that happening. Hopefully, well, I don't know if Disney would sell the rights or loan out the rights, but I would love if like a Scream Factory or another company like that would do at least the first Joyride. That would be nice.
Yeah.
Because the first Joyride's pretty good. I know most people like it. And I think it did decently at the box office. So at least there would be a market for it. I mean, obviously you can't get Paul Walker on there, but I mean, what's Steve Zahn doing? Probably nothing.
Yeah, nothing. Matt says I haven't seen Joyride yet, but Sly was supposed to be Rusty Nail.
Really? On the DVD, they have what's cool. They have like the other people that did the voice, like Eric Roberts was supposed to do the voice. Like you can hear his voice on there.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, not the whole movie, but there's like just clips of the different people that were supposed to do the voice. But Ted Levine does the voice, and Ted Levine's voice is creepy enough, so
yeah,
it works. Least favorite Ninja Turtles cartoon is definitely the 2012 one.
Yeah. Oh, Wild Man's in the house. I just noticed.
Woohoo!
I'm catching up with the little bit of going back. I'm catching up too.
Worst live action Superman movie is definitely The Quest for Peace, and the worst live action Batman movie is definitely The Dark Knight Rises.
Thoughts on House of Wax? I haven't seen the original, but I like the remake.
That's getting a Blu-ray, I think, either this month or next month. Shout Factory's doing that. And Paris Hilton, there's actually going to be an interview with her, so that's pretty interesting.
Wow.
Jennifer Connelly, I like Jennifer Connelly as an actress and as a woman. Blu-rays I wanted to get but missed out on the Hellraiser set because now that's like $400.
Stranger Boys, like Fabio's thoughts on Stallone wanting to do Rambo 6.
No,
This is news to me.
no, 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 no more Rambo. I get it. Sly just wants to stay relevant. I understand, but it's time to retire, Sly. Just enjoy the past 10 years. Name one really good movie he was in the past 10 years. Do you hear the crickets chirping? There's your answer. Bullet to the Head was okay, but other than that, Escape Plan 2 and 3 sucked. The first Escape Plan was okay. Rambo 5 was nothing special. Creed
Bullets
1 and 2 sucked.
Yeah.
Huh?
A bullet to the balls?
Yeah, that was okay. I'm trying to think. Backtrace, that's how much I care about that movie if I couldn't remember what the damn movie was called. Backtrace was god-awful. I mean, just Expendables 2 was okay. Expendables 3 was terrible. Just retire, Sly. Just enjoy life. You're 75 years old. Just chill. You don't need to make any more. I love Stallone.
Yeah, same here.
Time to just let it go. It's over.
Or step behind the camera.
Right. Direct. Just direct for the rest of your career. That I would love to see. But yes, Little Giants does need a Blu-ray.
It's funny you mentioned that. I just picked it up on DVD today.
There you go. That's a classic. My favorite football movie.
Rambo F is in the house. And he says, fuck Rambo 666.
Worst Steven Seagal movie? Well, in terms of theatrical, I would have to say Executive Decision. I would much rather watch Half Past Dead than an Executive Decision because at least Half Past Dead's not boring.
I was trying to think for that.
And then
I haven't seen too many of them.
Direct-to-video Steven Seagal movies, Attack Force is by far the worst. I have not seen anything remotely close to being as terrible as that movie. I don't even think in the whole movie it's his own voice. I don't think so.
I want to say Submerged, but it has that one funny moment.
Yeah, and that's the only thing I give that movie is the cocksucker motherfucker line. That's it. And Gary Daniels, even though Gary Daniels is wasted, and he was pissed about that, and I don't blame him.
Stranger Boy's asking, would you rather fight Seagal or Van Damme?
Seagal, because he'd have to catch me first.
Wildman's asking, do you think Michael Ironside will be in the Cobra Kai?
That would be cool.
It would be cool.
I'm sure they'll try to figure it out somehow.
But we're doing good, Matt. What's up, Bobby?
Try to. No reason why Hellbound and The Hitman can't get Blu-ray. Well, it's because Warner Archive is lazy. Warner Archive only wants to release like movies from like the 40s and the 30s. And I don't disagree with that because a lot of those movies are so old they need to be re-released to save the film prints. But I mean, there's no reason why they can't do that and then put like the Canon Films library out on Warner Archive Blu-ray. Like there's no excuse for it. Like Street Night with Jeff Speakman never had a DVD release anywhere in the world. Warner Brothers owns the rights. If you release it on Warner Archive Blu-ray, people will buy it because they want something more than a VHS. Like, come on.
Let's see.
Yes, Little Big Leagues finally getting a Blu-ray. Another great movie.
Sly should have done Cobra 2 instead of the pointless direct-to-video flicks.
I agree.
In recent years.
Still think Batman because I don't see how anyone can defend some of the stuff in there. Like the Batman credit card or Bane. Well, I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger is all you need to see that movie for. He's the best part of that movie.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I like the movie, because Arnold's in it. And visually, it looks good. It is a very visually nice looking film, and the direction is good, and the costumes, but the script is not good, and George Clooney should have never played Batman.
Yeah, I agree.
And I know everyone praises Uma Thurman, but Uma Thurman doesn't do it for me as Poison Ivy. And Stranger Boy is correct. Sly will always be relevant. You're not wrong. Like, if Stallone retired today, people would never forget him. But just not making shitty movies.
So, what are your thoughts on that, real quick? Like, there's this video out there, Stallone lifting these weights, and there's a lot of people who are saying, "Oh, they're fake weights." Did you hear about that?
I heard about it. I didn't see it, but I know those weights are not fake. They were definitely not fake. And Sylvester Stallone at 75 years old is in better shape than a lot of other people. So there's no doubt that video was not fake. That was 100% real.
Yeah. Top 5 Seagal movies.
People are just stupid.
Yeah.
Top 5 Seagal films. Number 1 would be Out for Justice. Number 2 would be Under Siege. 3 would be Marked for Death. Number 4 would be The Glimmer Man. And then number 5 would be Above the Law.
I'd just say Under Siege, Out for Justice. Above the Law, Hard to Kill, On Deadly Ground. Or The Glimmer Man. Yeah. I had to think about that.
Oriel wants to hear my thoughts on the whole John Avenger situation, attacking people. John Avenger's a fucking loser. Yeah. I don't know how many times we got to come over. Fuck that.
Where's John Avenger at?
Yeah.
Exactly.
John Avenger is this guy that thinks he knows what he's talking about. He is a pathetic loser. So he's attacking people. He's always been attacking people. He's pathetic. He just needs to go away and never come back.
Well, I think he probably wouldn't like hiding after the director of Upgrade. I forgot his name. Yeah, called him out on. It's a long story, but basically, I guess when The Force Awakens came out, John Avenger made this little video where he tore up a toy of Rey, and it got spread all over Twitter, and these filmmakers were calling him out on it.
Good. They should. I agree with that. Stupid. Look, I don't like any of the new Star Wars movies either, but I'm not going to come here and waste time on YouTube ripping up a toy because I didn't like the movie. I'm just going to bitch about it and never see it again. Yeah, Stallone doesn't want to do the Jackie Chan film, but John Cena. Yeah, I do not understand that at all.
What happened?
I don't know. I don't think that has come out publicly why Stallone didn't want to do that movie. I would assume it was probably a money issue. But, for years, oh, yeah, me and Jackie Chan are going to do a movie. And it never – now you were about to do it, and it never happened. It's pointless.
Maybe Matt Thomas, if he's still in the chat, let us know what happened with that.
Yeah.
George Clooney is partly overrated. Wildman Beyond says.
I think he's a pretty good actor. He just needs to keep his mouth shut about other things, but that's most people. Actually, correction, that's all celebrities. But I'm not going to get into that because it's your video. So I'll do it on my video.
Wildman's asking about Tenet. He watched it last night. Have you seen the film? What are your thoughts?
I have never seen it. If I could make my own rock band, what would they be called? And I would definitely be the drummer, and it would be called Bullet Train. How would I rate Hard Target from 1 to 10? 9.
9.
I would say a 9. The only thing that I would not give it a 10 for is because Universal Studios was stupid and made Van Damme redub his voice. That's the only reason I would say it's a 9, because you can understand Van Damme. I don't know. Porky Pig rapping. You fuck Space Jam 2. And fuck LeBron James while we're at it.
I was just looking at it earlier on IMDb. It has a 3.7 right now.
Good. And I hope it doesn't make any money. Same with Black Widow. I hope Black Widow makes no money. Ninja Turtles: Legend of the Super Mutants. Yeah, that's the anime, the Japanese anime that they did. I have it somewhere. It's okay. Krang's voice is more annoying than usual because, like, the guy that they got to do the Japanese dub is like really, really high pitched and it's just super annoying. Street Knight would look great on Blu-ray. Yes, it would. Just release it. I prefer Batman solo or with Robin. Honestly, I prefer solo, but I don't mind Robin. Deadly Outbreak needs a Blu-ray. I totally
agree.
Love Deadly Outbreak. Because it's weird because on Tubi it's in high definition. So there's no reason why you couldn't release it on Blu-ray. Lionsgate.
Yeah.
Well, either way, we would be dead because Sly would punch your head off and Chuck Norris would kick your head off. So
I'd rather get, you know what? I'd rather get punched by Sly. I'll take a punch.
I'll get kicked by Chuck Norris.
Or I could take a roundhouse from Chuck.
There we go.
Mark for Death, that's a great one.
Exactly.
I liked Joker, though. I don't know if you've seen the film.
Studio Red Band, the question was, do you know why Stallone ended up not doing the movie with Jackie Chan, Ex-Baghdad? I haven't seen Joker. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, fuck Space Jam 2.
Lauren Avedon as a person I don't care for because all he does is talk shit about other people. Rather watch Fast 9 than I would. No, not me. I'd rather watch neither, but I don't want to see Fast and Furious cars going in space and John Cena escaping at the end because family.
Family. What do you think about all the family memes?
Stop it. It's not funny. It was never funny. It's just stupid. The Peacemaker is a very good George Clooney movie. But my favorite's From Dusk Till Dawn. That's just me.
Banana split ice cream. Yeah. Of course I have.
I hope Black Widow doesn't make money because Scarlett Johansson's a moron. Women are so oppressed in Hollywood. That's why you made $56 million last year. You were the highest paid female actress in the world last year. I don't want to hear it. Shut your mouth.
What is there to be oppressed?
Exactly. Shut up. Idiots. Just like, Elizabeth Banks. Charlie's Angels didn't make any money because of white men. No, because you made a shitty movie that was a remake of a 70s TV series that they made a movie of 20 years ago. Nobody fucking cares. That's why your movie didn't make any money. Cobra Kai is way better than Creed.
I agree with that too. I look forward to season 4.
Yes. Terry Silver. Favorite superhero game? Spider-Man for the PlayStation 1.
And you know what? I would also add to that The Punisher for PlayStation 2.
Yes. Love that game too. Lionsgate. Yeah, of course Lionsgate is lazy. They have all these movies and they just re-release this. They released Terminator 2 on, there you go, right there. There it is. It's opposite. Keep re-releasing Terminator 2 on Blu-ray like we keep needing more of them.
Yeah.
And it has none of the features on there, just the movie. You can watch Deadly Outbreak on Tubi for free. Yeah, but it's under a different title. It's called Deadly Takeover, but it's the same movie. No idea. Time maybe. I don't think it was that. I think it was probably a money issue. Solaris? I've actually never seen Solaris.
I haven't seen it either. And I agree. Deadly Outbreak needs more attention.
Yes. Very fun movie. You forgot to wear your bulletproof cup.
Yeah. And
if I ever meet Jeff Speakman, I'm going to say that to him, and whatever happens, happens. He might hit me. I don't know.
I'm about to say you might be. Make sure to wear a cup though.
I always wear a cup, so that's what I'll do. I'll wear a cup, and if he says something, I'll be like, "Hey, I just want to let you know I got my bulletproof cup on." And he'll probably laugh and then hit me, and that's okay because it would be an honor to get hit by Jeff Speakman. That dude still hits hard. I don't even want to hear it.
Because Sly is greedy.
You're not wrong. And it's so funny because he said that about Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis is old and greedy, and that's why he's not in Expendables 3. Well, I don't know. Sly, I love you. I do, but, come on.
Wow, man says we need another Knight Rider movie than Fast and Furious. I don't know about Knight Rider.
Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. I didn't even know that was a thing. That sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of it.
Okay.
Like a little compilation trailer. It looked fun, actually.
Nobody wanted to see a Charlie's Angels remake. You're not wrong. Would you like to be trained by Yoda or Miyagi? Plot twist: Yoda trained Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah. I'll probably go with Miyagi.
Me too. Excessive force needs a release. I agree.
I haven't seen Solaris.
Me neither. Lionsgate did the Saved by the Bell DVDs wrong. Yeah, they did. They put all the episodes out of order, and they used the syndication print, so they were like 5 minutes shorter, and then they added a season magically that didn't exist. So that's why I have, you can't see it, but I have the Shout Factory set because at least they're in the correct order, and they're the original versions.
Favorite pizza topping?
Pepperoni.
Pepperoni. You know what? I would say, give me I got to go with Supreme. Run It Through the Garden.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Cobra Kai or Fuller House? Cobra Kai.
I have never seen a single episode of Fuller House, and honestly, I don't really care to. I don't care.
I don't care either.
Full House was good for what it was, but other than that, you don't need anything. I don't care about Fuller House. And then Girl Meets World, I only ever saw the first episode, and I didn't really care for it. I'm like, okay, I don't get it. Most of the time when these shows come out, it just makes me want to rewatch the old shows.
Yeah.
Like, I would much rather just watch Boy Meets World in its entirety or Full House in its entirety instead of watching a continuation that I don't really care about.
I agree.
Cobra Kai, and I know like everyone's like probably, oh, no, I love Cobra Kai because it did it right.
Mm-hmm.
It's done it right, and it makes fun of the whole Daniel's the bully. Like, it took that and it made fun of it. They didn't run with it. And the writing is really good, and I cannot complain about it.
Yeah. When's season 4 coming out? Later this year, right?
I think they said the end of the year.
Okay.
So I think they said they're editing right now, or they're putting it together. And then I think they said fourth quarter. So probably September, somewhere in there, hopefully.
Cool.
And then I'm sure they'll be like, oh, yeah, well, season 5's coming too. Well, we know that. So, yeah. Perfect Weapon is 30 years old. Yes. Hard to believe. It's been 30 years.
Would you ever want to meet Thomas Ian Griffith?
Yes, of course.
That'd be awesome.
Think you can rely on that crane crap?
I haven't seen Remo Williams yet.
So I found out that the reason why Terry Silver's in Karate Kid 3 is because Martin Kove was supposed to have a bigger part in the movie, but he was doing a TV series he couldn't get out of. So that's why they added Terry Silver.
Oh, really? Wow.
I did not know that. Yeah, I was watching an interview with Martin Kove, and he said that. They went to the original Cobra Kai dojo, and it's a pretty cool interview. You can find it here on YouTube. And, yeah, he said that. He was doing a TV series, and he didn't really want to do the TV series, and he was trying to, not get fired, but he was trying to get let go from the series to do Karate Kid 3 because he wanted to do that more. And he couldn't do the whole movie, so that's why they added Terry Silver. But I'm glad because now we have Terry Silver coming back.
Well, didn't you say something about Brandon Lee?
Someone, I forget who it was, that recently told me that. They said that the dude that played Mike Barnes, he got hurt or he was ill or something. So they were going to replace him with Brandon Lee. And apparently they started to film scenes with Brandon Lee as Mike Barnes. And then he came back and then they fired Brandon Lee. Now, I don't know how true that is, but someone told me that. And if it is true, I would love to see that footage if it still exists.
Wow.
That would be cool to see as like an extra feature or something.
I agree.
And yeah, and I had never heard of that until a couple weeks ago when I reviewed the movies. I forget who told me that in the comments, but that was news to me. I'd never heard that before. And you would think that, someone as big as Brandon, you'd think that that would have already been known.
Yeah.
But I guess not. But I love Remo Williams. Great movie. That's the other one. iCarly. iCarly's bad. I don't care.
Yeah, same here. I don't care about iCarly.
I don't care. I didn't really care about it to begin with.
Should Shrek make a cameo in Jurassic World 3?
No more Jurassic World movies. I heard this rumor they want to cross over Fast and the Furious and Jurassic World. Why? That doesn't make any sense at all. Why would someone these? I need to go to Hollywood and talk to these people. This is stupid.
In the words of Malcolm, Hollywood finds a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stupid. Black Widow made $70 million opening weekend. That's only because it's a Marvel film.
Exactly.
And was that worldwide or just America? Because statistically, those movies don't do as well as the male films. But because Captain Marvel only made like $400 million in America. The only reason why it made $1 billion worldwide is because of China, like every other movie. But it didn't make it. It actually, I think, underperformed in America. What a surprise! Because look, people can say all this shit that they want about these female superhero films. People don't care. Look at the box office.
I agree.
Look at the box office for the Wonder Woman films. Did they set the box office on fire in America? No, they didn't. People don't want to see those. People would rather see Batman and Superman. That's what they want to see. And that's a fact. Yeah. That is a fact. People could argue all day. That's not true. They want to see Batman and Superman and Spider-Man. They don't want to see Wonder Woman and Black Widow and Captain Marvel. People don't want to see those movies. If you don't believe me, look at how much they make in America. Who cares about China? Who said China's boss, in the words of Jim Cornette?
Yeah.
Right, exactly, Chaz. $70 million is nothing for a Marvel movie. It's a disappointment. I totally agree. And you could also blame COVID on that because they were saying that it was the highest opening weekend since COVID. I'm like, well, the only reason why it made that much is because it's a Marvel film.
I agree.
Actresses who have an attitude. Amber Heard doesn't have an attitude. Amber Heard's a fucking nutcase who should go to prison. That's not an attitude problem.
Sean Young.
She's another nutcase. Like, she's the one that dressed up like Catwoman at the audition. Do you really think you're going to get the part if you do that? I don't think it works that way. The only time that worked was when Carrie Tagawa wore the trench coat to be Shang Tsung. That's the only time it worked. Oh, no, and when Brandon Lee read for The Crow, because he went in like a trench coat and he like jumped up on the table and started like quoting Shakespeare, and they're like, yeah, this is the guy. I'm like, well, I mean, yeah, but unfortunately, look what happened.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I didn't
like
see Fuller House. You don't have the Olsen twins because the Olsen twins should be in rehab.
Yeah. What's going on with them? Because I haven't heard
I don't know.
anything.
The one looks like she's on crack. They need to go get help. Like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know what she's doing to herself, but that ain't, anorexia. That's cocaine. That's crack. That will kill you.
Rembrandt kind of going ahead a little bit said Karate Crap 3 didn't deserve Brandon Lee. Yeah.
Well, you're not wrong. Favorite cartoons or shows with a cool ending theme? any of the ones that have the instrumental versions, like Ninja Turtles and stuff. I always like those. Favorite can't talk. Favorite Friday the 13th kills. The sleeping bag kill from New Blood. The triple decapitation in Jason Lives.
I would say that was that's one of them, but I would say that's my favorite one.
Oh, and next month is a Friday the 13th.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So maybe I'll do a live stream or something of Jason Lives. And it'll be the 35th anniversary, I think, next month of that movie too.
Awesome.
I think it came out in August. So something about King Shark. I missed it.
Oh, let me.
Sometimes, like, the comments will jump down.
Yeah.
There. Why else would Sly do the voice of King Shark? I mean, the only other thing I would, theory-wise, would be because James Gunn did the movie, and James Gunn did Guardians of the Galaxy 2, which Sly had a cameo in. So that would be my only theory, is he asked him to do it.
Yeah, that's my only thought, too.
Yeah.
What martial artists you want to see do a comeback on Cobra Kai?
I want to see Mike Barnes and Johnny Lawrence fight. That's what I want to see.
That'd be cool.
Because I know everyone's like, well, Mike Barnes should come back and fight Daniel. I'm like, no, I don't want to see that. I want to see him and Johnny, because Johnny was supposed to be the best of Cobra Kai, and then they got Mike to kind of take over. That's who I want to see fight.
Why is Nickelodeon so obsessed with killing off mother characters like Chucky and Rugrats and Sheen and Jimmy Neutron?
Because Disney does it. That's why.
Cobra Kai, the Mighty Ducks. Well, I haven't seen the new Mighty Ducks.
That's another one. I don't care. But Emilio's in it. I don't care. I don't want to see it. It's stupid. It doesn't make sense. Martin Cove had that issue with Rambo 5. Well, there you go. Kreese had a problem with Rambo 5. They should have never made it then.
Yeah.
Do you think Hilary Swank is Tori's mom? I don't know. That's one of the theories, but I don't think it's going to happen that way.
I don't think so either.
No. Yeah, Behind Enemy Lines with Thomas Ian Griffith is his only movie that's on Blu-ray. And I have the VHS. I don't have it on Blu-ray. But Excessive Force is pretty good. Unfortunately,
I haven't seen that one.
It's here on YouTube, but it's like a VHS transfer, and the picture's really dark. You can't see it. But you can find it on DVD pretty cheap. It's a pretty good one. Unfortunately, New Line gave up on the movie, and they barely released it. What if Danielle Harris was in the next Karate Kid instead of Hilary Swank? I don't know how I'd feel about that, because Hilary Swank did pretty good in that movie. Yeah, there you go. They're filming another Transformers movie. Why?
Why?
Who cares? In all honesty, how terrible do you think Space Jam is going to Space Jam 2 is going to be?
Pretty god-awful.
I think it's going to be probably one of the worst movies ever made, in all honesty. I really do. Because of the concept of it, and also the fact that LeBron James is in it. And I do not like LeBron James one iota, and I'm just going to leave it at that for this video. If you want to hear more thoughts, go watch my videos.
Oh, yeah, if I say go check out any live stream.
Fuck that dude. Yeah.
Yeah, Brie Larson's resting mannequin bitch face.
She's another one. That. She's another one that, people don't care about, and whatever. Get over it.
Black Widow.
Go ahead.
Oh, I said Black Widow from 1987. I haven't seen. Devil Ringer.
Never even heard of it. Once you've seen a superhero film, you've seen them all. Again, all the Marvel and DC movies are exactly the same. They're all the same. And you know what? Some of them I like, but they're all the same movie. I agree. You just switch out the villain. Awesome Vinny shirt. Yeah, I love.
Where'd you get that shirt?
I forget. Somewhere online, I got it. It was one of them bootleg sites that has all the shirts. But this one's actually well done. Like the screen print is pretty good on here, and it hasn't cracked or anything. Because a lot of those, like I was going crazy for a while, and I bought, like, you see the ads on Facebook for them. A lot of them are just terrible quality, and I regret buying them. But some of them, like this one, this is actually a really good print.
Representing Utes. Okay, I just saw that bottom part.
Oh, yeah.
Representing Utes since 1992.
Well, I wore this the other night, and my mom looked at it. She had to, like, look at it for a minute. She's like, oh, now I get it. I'm like, yeah. Space Jam is already flopping hard. Good.
Yeah.
Marvel and DC did better without the cinematic universe. I totally agree. Like the movies that the solo movies or whatever, those are way better. Like as much as I don't care for the first Spider-Man anymore, I would much rather watch that than any of the new shit.
I agree.
I think we all miss Efree on here.
Yeah, Efree needs to come back.
I prefer Kidnap with Halle Berry. Yeah, I would. I've never seen it, but I would much rather watch that or anything with Halle Berry, to be honest. Because she was great in John Wick 3. I loved her in that.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when they're like running with the dogs and shooting everybody. It was like a damn video game.
I still haven't watched Kidnapped yet.
I've never seen it either. Spider-Man, the animated series from the 90s is highly. Yes, I just watched it again, the whole thing, and I'm like, I would much rather watch this than any of the movies.
Yeah, I love the 90s cartoon. Jason Lives is my favorite.
I think it's most people's. Well, a lot of people. I would say either that one or the New Blood is the one that everybody likes the most in terms of the sequels. Well, and Final Chapter, but I don't care. I've never been the biggest fan of the Final Chapter. It's so overrated in my opinion because it's a lie. Because it's not the final chapter.
Yeah, I still like part 4.
They made 10 more movies after it, so they lied to you. But Corey Feldman gets to kill Jason. I don't care. It's not that impressive to me. Fuck Corey Feldman. There's another one. People spent all that money on that bullshit documentary.
And now he's back on the convention scene because he has no money.
Because he needs money. Scooby-Doo? Of course I love Scooby-Doo. I used to watch it all the time as a kid. I want to get... There's a Blu-ray of the original series. I want to get that. But I love Scooby-Doo. The older stuff. Some of the newer stuff, I don't care about.
But what's up, Sam?
But the original Scooby-Doo I love. A Pup Named Scooby-Doo I love. Some of the movies, like the animated movies, I like. I do like the first live action film. The second one's not that good.
Yeah, the first one's fun.
Yeah. And
release the Scooby Cut. Yeah. Were you ready to say that?
When it's like martial artists, like Jeff Speakman, that would be cool on Cobra Kai. But I don't think it'll happen. Bumblebee. Yeah, that's what I want to see. John Cena in a Transformers movie.
Yeah. I
fully anticipate Space Jam 2 being garbage. I could have told you that before.
I mean, you got Porky the Pig rapping.
And let's have the characters from A Clockwork Orange. That makes sense. Let's put a bunch of rapists in our movie, but we can't have Pepe Le Pew because Pepe Le Pew is offensive, but he hasn't been on TV in 30 years. That makes sense. Where do these people come from? Seriously.
I'm not. Please.
Movies with open matte. Well, if they were filmed in open matte, that's how they should be seen because that's the original aspect ratio. Like, I got mad for the longest time because the Deadpool with Dirty Harry, there was never a widescreen laser disc because it was filmed in open matte. And then it was later for theatrical release, it was refitted for widescreen. For years, I didn't know that. Then I realized that, and I feel like an idiot. But if it's filmed in open matte, that's how it should be seen. Same with full screen. If the movie's filmed in full screen, like the first Evil Dead, that's how it should be seen. Win Back. I've heard
Win
of
Back,
Win
never.
Back. I've never played it.
I agree. Space Jam, the original, will always be the best.
Yes, the original's it's the classic, not LeBron James version.
DC's doing better on TV. Do you agree with that?
Not really. Did you see Batwoman?
I was about to bring that up. Have you watched any Batwoman lately?
Batwoman is one of the worst shows ever, and it got renewed for another season. I don't know why. People look. I forgot to share the video last night, but a while ago, a couple weeks ago, I shared one. It was Chris Gore, who's a film critic and writer and all this. He did part 2 to why 99% of movies are garbage. And he said in there, he said all this gender swap and all this social justice stuff, he goes, no one wants to see it. He goes, it's cheap, it's lazy, and it's stupid, and audiences don't care. And he's not wrong. Nobody wants to see that.
I agree. Yeah, I just discovered that channel, by the way.
Oh, okay. It's the lowest.
I've been watching those.
It's what film? I think it's Film Threat or
Film Courage.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
But yeah, and he's written a couple books. I want to check his books out, but he's not wrong. No one cares about Batwoman being a black lesbian or Ruby Rose as no one cares about that. It's stupid. Just like he was saying, it's funny because in the video, he's like, I'm going to talk to the camera for a minute. He goes, studio executives, do not remake Back to the Future as a female lead. Do not do it. And I'm like, yes, please don't do it.
Yeah, those are some great videos too. Go check out that channel.
I really enjoyed his videos.
Film Courage.
Yeah, and then he did the other one. He said why most sequels are terrible now. And then he goes, in the latest Fast and Furious movie, they go to space. Why? And I'm like, exactly. Exactly. Final chapter or Jason Goes to Hell. Honestly, I would say Jason Goes to Hell because the makeup is better.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say that. Jason Goes to Hell.
And I like the kills better, but Final Chapter, because Final Chapter is like simplistic with the kills for the most part. And except like the chick eating the banana on the side of the road. But other than that, I mean, pretty much you've seen the first 3, you've seen the 4th one.
Do you prefer Robin Williams as comedic or dramatic? Both.
Comedic, but he could do dramatic very well. Need to get the Scooby-Doo monster set. Yeah, the Monster House. I want to get that set too.
Yeah, we're waiting on the Scooby-Doo cut.
Damn right. The 185:1 aspect ratio is not cinematic, even though Predator there were many movies that were filmed in that aspect ratio. Of course it's cinematic. If that's what they shot the movie in, that's how it should be seen. Not let's refit it for 235:1 because that's what it should be. No. Just respect what they originally shot it in. It's not that hard to figure out. Because most of the time people don't know the difference anyway because every TV is widescreen now. So they're not going to know what aspect ratio was because you're going to see the whole picture anyway for the most part. The only time you see the black bars is when it's filmed in a wider aspect ratio, but you're not even going to notice it because you're too busy paying attention to something else. So, yeah, get over it.
Yeah, the Corey doc sucked.
Yes, same thing, DJ. I saw it here on YouTube for free before they took it down, and I regret watching it on YouTube for free.
Yeah, that's terrible. How I watched it.
It was terrible. I couldn't wait for it to be over.
I mean, literally in the first minute, he's trashing Corey Haim. I mean, he's throwing Haim under the bus.
I don't know how the hell they got the 911 call, but they got that in there. And the whole thing was god-awful. And Corey Feldman lied to people. He should give everyone their money back because he lied to them. I cannot believe people actually paid money. I'm going to reveal the truth. Everything in that documentary was stuff that people already knew. There was no new information.
Yeah. Oh, but what was it? What happened during the premiere? Get hacked.
Yeah, and then wasn't it weird how there was a video of him watching it and he's like, they're hacking the stream? I'm like, okay, sure. The Wolf Pack. What is this? NWO? Like, what is this shit? Yeah. He's an idiot. And I know, would you meet him at a convention? What do I want to meet Corey Feldman for? The wrong Corey died, in my opinion. I don't want to talk to him.
I met him one time, and that was it. I would not want to meet him again.
And how was he when you met him?
I mean, he was nice. I mean, I actually, out of all the films, I asked him about Ninja Turtles. I was like, I know you were a voice, but what was it like to work on that? He was like, oh, it's fun. Now I'm working on this is back in 2014. So he was talking about the 2012 Turtles. And, but we only talked for like a minute. Then we took a picture, and that was pretty much it. But
yeah, I have no desire. Because I heard when he went to the premiere, of Ninja Turtles, he was like, yeah, don't do drugs, don't do this. And apparently he was like coked out of his mind because one of the guys that was in the turtle suits tried to go meet him and they said, no, you can't meet him. He's like, but why? Well, he's busy. He's just standing there. I can't go talk to him. And they're like, no. And he said he was all like coked out of his mind. And he's like, yeah, kids, don't do drugs. And he's like, yeah, that's really hypocritical.
Yeah.
How would I rank the Dirty Harry films? I think we have a troll in here, but
oh, great.
See, I got distracted. I would do Magnum Force is my favorite. The Deadpool, Sudden Impact, The Enforcer, and then the first film. Thank you. Oh, can I do that, or only you can? Oh, only you can. That's all right.
I found it though.
Ooh. That's how I would rank them. Well, I think we already gave our opinion. Before we got to the question, we gave our opinions on the documentary. But it was stupid. It was a waste of people's money, number one. Corey Feldman should refund everybody their money. And it was just, there was no new information. All the information in the documentary was stuff that we already knew. It's all stuff that was made public. All the names of the people we already knew that. So you wasted however much money people spent on it for nothing. And honestly, as a kid, I was more into Corey Feldman because he was more of the mischievous one. But as an adult, Corey Haim was the better actor. And it's a shame what happened to him because he should have had a much bigger career.
I was more into Corey Haim.
As a kid or now?
Oh, more now. Yeah, definitely. I haven't seen Superman and Lois, the TV show.
I don't care. Because I'm sure Superman is gender fluid or whatever. And I don't want to do all that.
What are your thoughts? Which one? Which question you on?
Oh, Elton John bashing Madonna. Well, Madonna's a nutcase too. Who gives a shit? When the last time was Madonna relevant? Dick Tracy? That was 30 years ago. Nobody cares about Madonna. I don't.
I just saw the 90s Swamp Thing series. It was added to Tubi. Did either of you watch that back in the day?
Oh, yeah. I used to love watching the Swamp Thing show.
I never saw it.
Never?
I mean, I
go ahead.
I said I've never seen the movie, but I didn't know there was a series. So that's the first time I've heard about that.
After they did Return of the Swamp Thing, they made a TV series. I used to watch it when I was a kid. The DVDs are hard to find, but if it's on Tubi, I'd say check it out on there. Yes, because when I was watching the Spider-Man cartoon, I was trying to figure out the name of the guy that does the voice of the lizard, and yeah, it's the dad from No Retreat, No Surrender 3.
Yeah, we got rid of him, DJ.
Thank God.
Super Void Cinema? Matt Thomas is asking. I never heard of that.
I love the Friday the 13th video game. That was awesome. 80s or 90s slasher? I would have to say 80s. They had more.
Same here. 80s.
More boobs in the 80s.
Well, Dreams May Come is a good movie too.
Yeah.
Weird to watch now, but still a good movie.
Yeah, it is a little weird, but I heard that in between takes, Robin Williams would just like start going off and doing a stand-up routine for all the extras. So I'm like, all right,
wow.
that's hilarious. The alien costume episodes, I think they were awesome. I love when they did the black suit Spider-Man. But I guess we can't say that now. I guess that's offensive.
Feldman never gave a shit about Haim. He's a scumbag.
And I think there was more going on there than we realized between those two.
Yeah.
Insomniac with David Tell. I do remember Insomniac.
Let me go back up.
That's okay. Corey in the
okay.
house. Of course, now that Drake's going to jail and Corey in the house has stuff going on.
Well, what are your thoughts on the Drake Bell thing? That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, this is a guy that's older than both of us. He's like 34 years old, and he's texting 16, 15, 17-year-old girls, something like that. Like, did you really think you weren't going to get caught, dude? Did you really think you were going to get away with that? Now, I don't know if anything happened. If that did, then that's a completely different story. But, I mean, you shouldn't be, at 34 years old, you should not be texting teenage girls trying to get with them. That's number one, that's illegal. And number two, it's just gross. That's nasty. People know who Drake Bell is. He could get with any woman he wanted to. But it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. And then the whole thing with the dude from Corey and I don't know 100% what happened, but apparently it's pretty terrible. And again, why? Like, not just because he's a celebrity, but apparently the things that he was doing, it's like, why? And that's, we were the other night on the live stream, we were talking about this. I'm like, all these child stars are fucked up because Hollywood used them and they think that this is the way to behave and they think that they can do what they want. Look at Corey Feldman.
Yeah.
And no, it's disgusting. And why? But I don't understand why more celebrities don't get called out, because the other Drake, the singer, there was a little thing, I think about a year or so ago, it came out that he was texting the girl from Stranger Things at the time. She was like 15 or whatever, and he's like in his late 30s, I think, or mid 30s. Him and Drake Bell might be around the same age, and no one said anything about that. I'm like, okay, well, why is he texting a 15-year-old girl? Isn't that kind of weird? And they're not related. Isn't that kind of like, if they were cousins, okay, that's one thing. But, I got cousins that are teenagers that I talk to, but ain't nothing weird going on. But isn't that like weird to people? And then Matt did a couple of videos on this Tekashi 6ix9ine Momo. And this is the dude that posted 2 videos of teenage girls doing stuff. And no one said anything about that. If you say it for one, you need to say it for the rest. It's not favoritism. It's
I agree.
Disgusting. I hate it. Yeah, the Dirty Harry video game, I wish that came out because Clint Eastwood was going to do the voice.
Now, when was that supposed to come out? Like, it was the mid-2000s, right?
Yeah, I remember like so much hype about that game, and then it never came out. And I'm like, okay, whatever. That sucks. Yeah, fuck Alyssa Milano. Flowers in the Attic I've never seen. Not literally fuck Alyssa Milano, but just in general.
I haven't seen Flowers in the Attic.
I don't need to see it. The book's bad enough. The Swamp Thing cartoon that was on for 5 episodes.
Dick Tracy's underrated.
I agree. Love Dick Tracy. Favorite Queen member besides Freddie Mercury? Brian May.
I would say the same thing.
Swamp Thing. Yeah, Swamp Thing was on USA Network. I don't know if it came on. I think it came on like Tuesday, so it didn't come on after Monday Night Raw back then. Elton John just needs to stick to playing the piano.
Yeah, hashtag release the titties.
Damn right. Bill Cosby.
Thoughts on Bill Cosby?
Well, I mean, everyone's making a big deal about him getting out of prison, but legally he should have got it. He should have never went to prison because his rights were violated and he was not given a fair trial. I don't know how many times I have to say this. Just because you don't like someone doesn't mean you get to be judge, jury, and executioner. That's not how the law works. But in terms of a performer, I like his work as the TV show and his stand-up and stuff like that. But I don't know what all happened. The only thing that he admitted to was having sex with women involving drugs, which is illegal, but that's where it gets tricky. Sexual assault cases are always tricky unless you have hard evidence, because most of the time it's he said, she said. And that's just reality. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yinko in the house.
Oh, Yenko. What's up, man?
The director's cut of Super Mario Brothers. I have not seen it yet, unfortunately.
You haven't watched it yet. I know it's online, though.
I
It's
was
like 20
surprised that
minutes.
they released it for free. I was really, really surprised about that.
Yeah, because it kind of like it just quietly came out. Like there was nothing said about it, or it wasn't promoted,
Well,
or
I
what have
heard
you.
the people that released it, it's like some big Super Mario fan site. They found the copy of it and they uploaded a clip of it online, and I never heard anything about it. And then all of a sudden it just pops up on the internet for free, and I was like, okay, I thought maybe they were going to do some kind of like limited physical release or what have you, and no, they just released it for free. And I was like, okay, that's a little, odd, but I haven't seen it yet. But I would love to see it.
Yeah, I still have to watch it.
Amanda Bynes is doing okay now. Well, good. I mean, at least she's sober.
Orlando Bloom.
I never got into him as an actor.
Yeah, same here.
I just never cared for him as an actor.
I'm just very indifferent about Orlando Bloom.
He got in a lot of heat for doing it. Oh, Drake texting under it. Well, how come he didn't go get investigated in all this?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You do it for one, you got to do it for everybody. So,
Charles
I don't know.
Charles Bronson or Clint Eastwood?
I got to go with Charles Bronson. That's just me.
I'll go with Eastwood because I've only seen a handful of Bronson movies. So
Fair enough. Jeff Speakman's most underrated movie, I got to go with Street Night.
yeah, I would say the same thing.
I love Street Night. My favorite video game is Elmo's Number Adventure. Is that right? I got to do a stream. I think maybe for fun, I'll do a stream of that one day. I think that would be.
Which one's that? Elmo's
That's
Number Adventure?
Yeah. I don't know. I have the letter adventure. I don't have the number adventure. Like you're Elmo and you have to go through these different levels and collect all the letters in the alphabet. And then like when he gets one, he's like, Elmo found A, and it's just super annoying. It is super annoying. And the only reason why I know about it is because my brother rented it one time at the video store. And then I started playing it. I'm like, oh my God, this is so horrible, but it's addicting. And then I found it, I think at like Goodwill. It was like $2 at Goodwill. I'm like, oh, I have to buy this. Like the Scarface game, that's pretty fun.
Oh, that was very fun.
Yeah, I like that game. Bill Cosby even said, what was it? I missed it.
Okay.
He had
That he fought for.
equal rights in the 60s. Society has not grown up and never will. He's not wrong. Especially, again, not to get into politics, but especially in the political world, people are so stuck in the past. And yeah. Get over it.
Yeah.
You think less people go to Subway because of Jared?
No.
I don't really think that had anything to do with, making people go to Subway.
I still like Subway.
I do too. I mean, I don't eat it all the time, but every once in a while I like to go there. But I'm not going to not go to Subway because, Jared turned out to be a kitty diddler. That has nothing to do with me trying to get something to eat. That's on him.
But here's what I wonder about. People were asking, well, what's the tuna made out of? But you eat hot dogs. What are those made out of?
Exactly.
I bet you Dan Aykroyd knows.
Yep. Jaws 3D. I like the concept, but the 3D is terrible. They should have just made it Jaws 3 and not filmed it in 3D because the 3D is so bad in that movie.
There's some parts to it that I like. I like Dennis Quaid in the film and Louis
Yeah,
Gossett.
if it was in 2D and it was just a regular Jaws movie with Dennis Quaid running around SeaWorld, okay, I would like it more. But the 3D really kills that movie for me. If they would have made just Jaws sneaking into SeaWorld or whatever they call it in the movie and just eating everybody, making it like Friday the 13th with a shark with no 3D, that would have been a better movie. But the 3D just is terrible in that movie, and it just ruins it. It just takes me out of the movie. I can't sit there and enjoy that movie. It's just bad. But Super Mario Brothers, definitely misunderstood. I love that movie.
Yeah, it's fun.
Warner Brothers needs to release. Yes, they have the rights to these movies. Just release them. They should remake Jaws the Revenge. No, they should have never made Jaws the Revenge in the first place. And no one should ever watch that movie again.
Hell no.
Mark Ruffalo ate at the one. Oh, okay. That's near where I work. But fuck Mark Ruffalo. Another loser.
What's the worst movie request you've gotten?
K through 12. That was the worst. Raw Force was pretty bad, but K through 12 was worse. That movie, I couldn't wait for that shit to be over.
Elton John as a person, what are your thoughts?
I don't know. I mean, most celebrities, I think they should stick to what they're famous for and not talk, but that's just me.
I like his music, but
I know that's censorship, but I don't care.
Oh, you're fine, man.
Just like all these other moron celebrities. Don't talk. What are you famous for? Playing music. Play music. Don't speak. The worst film I've ever seen that was K-12.
Yeah, K-12, yeah.
The worst movie I ever sat through as a request. That movie was terrible. It was so boring and pretentious and all woke, and I could not wait for the shit to be over. It was one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Luckily, you actually, frame by frame, you paid for it, so I don't feel that bad about it. But if I just watched it on my own for free, I would definitely regret it. It was absolutely terrible. I couldn't, from the minute the movie started, I'm like, yep, I know this is going to suck, and it did. The music wasn't even good. The girl, whatever the hell her name is, she can sing, but the lyrics were awful. The whole movie was terrible. I'm like, this is stupid. And then to make it all worse, there was a dumb troll in there. You just don't understand. No, I do. I understand that this is a terrible movie, and no one should ever watch this. I'm like, oh my God, this is awful. And then the part when like the principal's supposed to be Donald Trump, I'm like, all right, even in the stream, I was like, cool, you don't like someone, be like the rest of us and just shut up about it. God. It's just terrible. Wish I could get my time back on that one. I really do.
Did you have a good movie detox after that or something?
Yeah, I did actually. So I forgot what I watched, but it was a good movie. So I can't complain. Do I have any of the Friday the 13th comics? Friday the 13th, no. They're pretty, I don't know what it is about the horror stuff, but they're hard to find.
I don't have any of them.
Jim Cornette ranting about rich white men. Cornette, you are a rich white man. That doesn't make any sense. That makes zero sense. That's like if I do a rant about Italians. I'm Italian. That doesn't make any sense. Cornette is a white rich man. Get over it. You got money. You got the Castle Cornette. I don't even want to hear it. It just doesn't make sense.
He makes more money off of YouTube.
I know. So shut up. Who cares? He's another one. When it's about wrestling, I'm interested. When it's about other stuff, I don't care because it doesn't matter. You can't censor people. I'm not saying I'm censoring people. I'm just saying people should just shut up. That's not censoring. If it was censoring, they wouldn't be allowed to talk at all. Scarface game is amazing. Yes, I love because like Motorhead's in there. I love that soundtrack.
I haven't played that in years, but I remember having it.
Yeah, I haven't played it in the longest time either.
Do you think audiences need to focus on fan films instead of the actual Hollywood product?
No, because I think most audiences don't care about fan films, in all honesty. It's true. I mean, the average moviegoer doesn't care about a fan film. That's just reality. Black Widow made 200 million worldwide. The only reason why it's making the only reason why people are going to see it is because it's Marvel. And then in a year they'll forget about it, and then they'll shit on it like they did with Age of Ultron. Look how much money Age of Ultron made, and it's the worst Marvel movie. When it's really the only Avengers movie I like.
Yeah, so, I would say the same.
I definitely didn't care about the first one, and I did not care about Infinity War, and I didn't even bother to see Endgame. Because I already knew what was going to happen before the movie came out. I'm like, either Captain America or Iron Man's going to die, and that's it. And I was right, because Iron Man dies. Spoiler alert. I'm like, I already know. I already know what's going to happen. I'm not spending $20 to go sit in a theater with a million other people for me to predict the movie.
And the same goes for Space Jam: A New Legacy. Because I know Sean Little is asking about that. If we're gonna
thoughts on it, I don't care. There's no reason, number one, why Space Jam needed anything past the first movie. There's no reason for it. Number two, fuck LeBron James. And number three, I don't care because now, we can't have Pepe Le Pew, but you can have a Clockwork Orange characters when they were rapists and sadists in their movie. Are you freaking kidding me? It's dumb. The only reason why they're doing it is so LeBron James can try to stay relevant because he realizes that his star has faded so fast. And good, because he's a pathetic loser. Fuck LeBron James. Need to get a t-shirt and just walk around with it.
Yeah.
And see what
I'm
happens.
sure there's one out there.
Oh, I'd buy it in a heartbeat. I'd buy two of them. Short sleeve and long sleeve.
Pizza Hut making a comeback.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. How come Spider-Man the anime? Well, the only reason why Spider-Man the animated series got canceled is because Marvel and Fox had a major disagreement over God knows what, and they canceled it. That's the only reason why, because they were planning on doing more seasons. Because season 6 was going to have Spider-Man go to Europe to find the real Mary Jane because she was kidnapped and taken to Europe. That's
I didn't know that.
That's what they were going to do because it ends with, well, it doesn't end on a cliffhanger, but like Mary Jane became Hydra Woman and she disintegrated, but that was a clone, and then they were going to go and get the real Mary Jane, but we never got to see it.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Fox and Marvel had a big fight over something, and they said, we're canceling Spider-Man. And they're like, why? It's our number one show. And they're like, we don't care. And it's like, okay. And then they were going to do a Captain America series, but Marvel filed for bankruptcy, so that's why it never happened.
Huh.
So instead of a Captain America series, we got an Avengers cartoon in the 90s. The 3 people that remember that. I love Mellow Yellow.
Oh, yeah, Mellow Yellow is good.
Yeah, Deep Blue Sea is the real Jaws 4. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Can we just change it? Can we change it, please?
Yeah,
Can
just change the title.
Yeah.
Take care, Matt. And to the trolls, say hello to my middle finger. Matt's throwing up the middle finger all the place in here.
Have a good one, Matt.
The Jaws, I never played the Jaws video game for PlayStation. Jaws Unleashed.
Oh, I have. It's bad.
Oh, it is? I've never played. I like the Nintendo one. That's just me. Where you're in the boat and then you have to dive and get the seashells and I like that. That's just me.
I haven't played that one.
Yeah. It gets repetitive, but I mean, it's a Nintendo game. That's kind of the point. But I like it for what it is.
Jensen Ackles or Jared Padalecki?
Honestly, I never really got into either. I have never seen a single episode of Supernatural. I like Jensen Ackles in the My Bloody Valentine remake, and I like Jared Padalecki in the Friday the 13th remake, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Actually, Jared Padalecki was also in Cry Wolf, but that movie wasn't that good.
I don't think they're bad, but
again, I haven't really. I've seen one thing each of them. I can't really make an assumption. You know, if I ever check out Supernatural, we'll go from there. But I've only seen one movie each of theirs, so I can't really. I like them in those movies, but I can't really say anything else. But yeah, Jared Padalecki, like I said, Cry Wolf, but that movie's not a good movie. The best thing about that movie is John Bon Jovi's in it, but he can't even save that movie. It's a slasher film, but it's not a slasher film. So there you go.
I think I have it.
That's
one film I've always heard about.
Yeah, I remember when it came out, and I'm like, "Oh, this looks cool," and then I watched it. I'm like, "Yeah, no, it's not a good movie." Because it tries to be a slasher film, but it's like a fake slasher film, and then the twist doesn't make any sense. So it's like, okay, this is kind of dumb. Jason at an amusement park, that would be a hell of a movie.
Cool, yeah.
I mean, I don't think logically you could make it because you can't. I mean, you could, I guess, make a movie like that, but that would be kind of cool. Just like how they wanted to do. For part 9, they wanted to do Jason Takes LA and he fights all these gangs. I'm like, that would have been a much better movie. Why couldn't we see that one?
Maybe if you had an amusement park and if it was shut down for some reason and you have a group of teenagers that would sneak in or
that would be cool.
Like that.
Firehouse is better than I've never had Firehouse sub, so
I've had it one time, but I can't remember how good it was.
If I want a sub, I'll just go to a pizza place and get a real sub. I like Jaws 3 more than I would any day of the week. I'll watch Jaws 3, but
yeah,
I don't really want to watch it. You know what I'm saying? Why Summer Catch wasn't a hit? Probably not marketed properly. Or another thing that you have to look at when movies come out and they're not successful, you have to look at what came out around the same time. Like The Shadow didn't do good in theaters because it came out the week after The Lion King and a week before The Mask.
Oh, okay, wow.
Yeah, so that's exactly why that movie didn't make any money. It was sandwiched between two of the biggest hits of that year.
I haven't seen this Summer Catch. I haven't seen.
It's pretty good. I think it's the last movie Freddie Prinze Jr. No, Scooby-Doo 2 would be the last. Okay. Freddie Prinze and Matthew Lillard did together. It's one of the last movies they did together.
My Bloody Valentine 3D?
I love it.
Decent,
honestly. Yeah. I think it's one of the better remakes. The 3D doesn't work well. I'm going to be honest, especially now. You watch it all these years later, the 3D doesn't hold up. But other than that, I like it for what it is. It's a pretty good remake.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I've seen it once, but I would like to pick it up.
Yeah, I enjoy that one. Shocked you didn't say Sector 4 was the worst request. No, it definitely I would much rather watch Sector 4 than K-12 or K through 12 or whatever the hell that movie's called. I'll watch Sector 4 10 times in a row over that. And at least I know the behind the scenes stuff.
Just got HBO Max and Demolition Man is on there. Okay.
Well, I got Demolition Man on Blu-ray. I'll watch it whenever I want.
Yeah.
And Laserdisc and VHS.
Thoughts on Marvel having Alex Jones as a villain in one of their comics?
They already had Jordan Peterson as the Red Skull. This is why people don't read comic books anymore.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah. So in the latest Captain America, they molded Red Skull off of Jordan Peterson.
I heard about the Jordan Peterson, but I didn't hear about Alex
Jones. And then
Jones.
I think in the July issue, there was this whole thing in there about the American flag stands for oppression and race, and it's like, this is fucking Captain America. Are you kidding me? Like, this is why people don't read comic books anymore.
Chicken Run. Is there
Love
a sequel
Chicken
coming
Run.
out?
I don't care. I don't care about if it's. Well, Mel Gibson's probably not in it. If he was, I'd be kind of interested, but I don't care about a sequel. I love the original Chicken Run.
Never had Del Taco, by the way.
Del Taco, no. Del Taco's not good. Taco Bell's all.
Oh, you've had Del Taco?
Yeah, just once. That and Taco John. I don't know if you have Taco John down there, but Taco John's awful.
Catch you later, Matt Thomas. Great guy.
Yes. Cheeky. Thought you were going to say them, the series. Oh, that series was terrible as well. You want to talk about racist. That show was racist, and it was god-awful. I only watched the first 2 episodes. I'm like, I can't deal with this shit anymore. Like, I got to turn this off. This is terrible.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about now. That Amazon series?
Yeah, it was god-awful.
But you didn't even finish it, did you?
No, I watched, like, most of the first episode and then a little bit of episode 2, and I had to turn it off. I'm like, this is terrible. I do not ever want to sit through something like this again.
Well, let me know what that channel is. DJ.
Have not met Lance Henriksen yet.
I saw him in person, but I never met him, and I don't know why. It just...
Was it at a convention or no?
Yeah. It was at a convention, and he was right there. 2018. I think it was in 2018. I'm like, why did I meet Lance Henriksen?
Next time, hopefully.
Yeah.
Matt's rant on K-12 was better than the movie. I think people liked my rant better than the movie. I would hope. Wes Craven's They. I've heard of it. I've just never seen it. But I know, yeah, like you said, Rich, he barely had anything to do with that movie. To Catch a Predator with Chris Hansen. I love those. Those are hilarious. Even though Chris Hansen turned out to be a douchebag.
Yeah.
I love those videos. Like the one, oh my God, it was so funny. The guy's like, he's in there and he like pops out. Chris Hansen pops out and he's like, I'm Chris Hansen. This is To Catch a Predator. He's like, no, it's not. Yeah, it is. No, it's. He's like, you don't see that camera over there? Yes, I'm on TV. Yeah, you're on TV. And then the other dude, he comes out and he's like, so you sent her these text messages? Well, yeah. And you thought that was okay? Yeah. And it's not. Okay. I'm like, well. And he's like, can I have a slice of pizza? He goes, yeah, you can eat. He's like, I'm not telling you can't eat, but you have to answer for these text messages. I'm like, yeah, these freaking morons think it's okay to do this, and it's not. But the girl that they use, she's an actress, and she's an adult. Yeah. So it's not weird from that standpoint. They're just setting them up. But I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, I've seen some of the episodes. Yeah. I don't know what goes through these people's minds.
No, never. I mean, never in my mind, even now, would I ever think, to do something stupid like that? Even at 29, yeah, let me just go hit up teenage girls and get their phone number. No, it's weird and it's disgusting and it's illegal. No. There's plenty of porn sites out there. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
People like Jim Cornette doing rants like that or making a rant on it. Again, that doesn't make it. It's stupid. Whatever. Rich white man. You are a rich white man. The fuck? Yes, rest in peace, Jeff LaBar, the guitar player from Cinderella.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
And then I forget his name, but he was he played keyboards in Kiss off stage in the 80s. He actually died too, which is unfortunate. I still have not seen the Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
I got it on Blu-ray, just haven't watched it.
I've never seen it.
I agree, Wild Man. Black Widow is going to be forgotten.
Yep, just like 99% of all the other Marvel movies. Was another 48 Hours a flop? Or I don't know. I'm not sure. I'd have to look up the how much the budget was and how much it made. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. But shameless plug, if you watch my review of it, I probably mentioned it in there.
See, we go back up.
Space Jam 2 is already getting bad reviews. Good. Buy fuck LeBron James t-shirts on my merchandise. Well, if I had one, I would definitely sell them. Honest Thief with Liam Neeson wasn't too bad. The Marksman was okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
I haven't seen either.
Thief, I like that one more, but they weren't too bad.
Jane Badler, I don't know who that is.
I have no clue who that is. Jaws Nintendo game was cool too. Yeah, I think it's fun. The music is really cool in that game as well. And there's plenty of playthroughs here on YouTube of it. Batman the Animated Series gets a lot of attention, which I'm glad, but never really Spider-Man. Yeah.
I agree.
Which movie would I like to get the Shazam experience, the Genie movie? None of them, because that's stupid. I hate people still bring that up. You know, Sinbad was in a Genie movie. I'm like, no, he wasn't. Yeah, he was. No, he wasn't. But here's a poster. I said, you realize that's the Star Wars VHS box? That's not real. Like, you don't understand, do you? I'm like, whatever.
But what did it stem from? The
Sinbad from a video on Funny or Die. It was an April Fool's joke where Sinbad was in this video and they made it look like a VHS, and it was him dressed up as a genie with these two kids, and people just took it way, way too far. Yeah, there was never a genie movie with Sinbad, but there's a terrible one with Shaq. It's called Kazam.
Yeah, that was shitty.
It's an awful movie. So that's on Blu-ray, but not Street Night with Jeff Speakman. Okay.
Wait, Kazam has a Blu-ray?
Kazam is on Blu-ray. I am not making this up.
Yeah. Okay.
And it might have features. I don't know. I got to look this up. I know it's on Blu-ray, but it might have features.
Yeah, Jared Padalecki was in House of Wax. I forgot about that.
So there's 3 movies I've seen him in.
Bon Jovi or Aerosmith? Aerosmith.
Definitely Aerosmith.
Jason
All
Jason Takes Chicago.
It is on Blu-ray, but there is no features other than a trailer. Still, why?
Why? Why does Kazam? Why does Kazam?
Kazam on Blu-ray. Same with the Garbage Pail Kids movie. Why?
House of Wax also had Chad Michael Murray, the guy who decided to bang Paris Hilton instead of
isn't he in all those shitty sniper sequels, or is that somebody else? Because that's what Sniper needed, 7 sequels.
And Tom Berenger's still doing those.
Oh, they keep paying him. But it's funny because I remember an old interview with him. Someone was like, how come you weren't in the Substitute sequels? Because they never asked me because they didn't want to pay me. But you did a bunch of Sniper sequels.
Yeah. What we are, Sniper 8, 9?
Something like that. 2 and 3 aren't bad. Anything after that, I couldn't tell you. No, not Chad Michael Murray. Chad Michael Collins. Same name for the most part. Great point on The Shadow. Yeah, unfortunately, The Shadow got released at a horrible time. So that's why it didn't make any money when it first came out in theaters. But on video, it actually did very well on VHS back in the day.
I still have to watch The Shadow.
It did some pretty good numbers back then on video. But in theaters, no, because it came out, I think, a week after The Lion King and a week before The Mask. So nobody saw it.
Thoughts on Charlize Theron?
Fuck Charlize Theron. Seagal can't fight. Neither can you. You are an actor that they train for a movie. You are not a martial artist. I just love that about these idiots. Whatever. I actually wrote a screenplay about teenagers that sneak into an abandoned carnival. Excellent. Clueless is
Wow.
canceled. Why?
Clueless? Why?
Why?
What happened now?
The Ice Road with Liam Neeson. That's the new one. I haven't seen that yet. I have not seen that one yet. I got to check it out.
I think it's on Netflix right now.
Cool. K2 with Michael. I've actually never seen that with Michael.
No, I've
Biehn.
never seen it.
I want to because Michael Biehn, but the biggest
I
problem with Fury, you own it?
Yeah, I got K2 on DVD.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I've never seen it, unfortunately. The biggest problem with Fury Road is that Mad Max is not the main character because they wanted to do the female version.
I still have to watch that.
It's not a good movie. I don't care what anyone says. It is not a good movie. I saw it once, hated it. I bought it on Blu-ray, traded it in. I said, fuck this movie. Could not stand that movie. And people, oh, it's the greatest action movie ever made. Are you freaking kidding me? Like, a Mad Max movie where Mad Max is not the lead character. That doesn't make sense. He's basically the sidekick in that movie. So
I heard the best part was Charlize Theron, but
yeah, because that's what they wanted. They wanted to make it before all this woke shit started. Well, that was kind of the beginning of it. That's what they wanted to do. They wanted to make her the new Mad Max. That doesn't make sense. You have a Mad Max movie without Mad Max. Who wants to watch that? The only reason why I made a shit ton of money, number one, has Mad Max in the title. Number two, Charlize Theron was in it. That's it. If you would have put anyone else in that role, it would not have made nearly as much money and it would not have gotten nearly as much attention if she was not in that movie. And Tom Hardy. If Mel Gibson, if they had made that movie with Mel Gibson and had some other female in that spot, nobody would have saw it. Nobody would have cared. And that's that is reality.
I don't even know if I have the DVD or not.
Well, don't waste your time.
King's Island, I never seen.
I have no clue what that is. Michael Dudikoff did not appear in American Ninja 3 because of No, that was not why Michael Dudikoff did not appear in American Ninja 3 because Canon Films didn't want him in that movie. That's from Michael Dudikoff himself. He said that was not his choice to be in that movie, or not be in that movie, rather. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Starting to feel like Joe Biden screwing up all my words. But I'm mentally competent anyway. Sorry.
I know you're good. You're fine. I don't care.
But it's your channel. It's your video. I don't want to get all crazy like I usually do. But anyway. No, because Michael Dudikoff said that at that point they wanted him to be like the next big thing and they wanted him to be Spider-Man and Captain America, and obviously that never happened. But I mean, I think if it was up to him, he would have done American Ninja 3. You know, probably would have been a better movie. Just saying.
Those are more movies that I have to add to the list to watch. So
there you go. I know.
I'm still behind.
I think the first two are free here on YouTube. I think 2 is on Tubi, but the first one's definitely on YouTube for free. The second one.
Do you think Hollywood has forgiven Mel Gibson? I mean, well, Junebug says here, but he's not headlining big movies, but he's taking the direct-to-video route.
I don't think they have, in all honesty. But I don't think he gives a shit. Because if he did care, he would probably be in bigger movies. But I think he's at that point in his career and his life where he doesn't have to be the star, and he realizes that, so he just does these little movies here and there. But I don't think they've forgiven him, which is bullshit, because he did what he was supposed to do. He apologized and he changed his ways. I just don't get it. And I was talking about that in the Lethal Weapon reviews, because Mel Gibson is one of the biggest stars ever in the history of movies. And yeah, he screwed up and he said some bad things, but he apologized and he made up for it. He changed his ways. So why can't he be forgiven? It's stupid to me.
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr., there's that video out there where he's on stage. Hey, let's forgive Mel Gibson. Let's.
Yeah, same with Van Damme. I don't get it. Marvel and DC wants everyone to know how much they hate conservative. Yeah, because they want to be woke, because they think being woke is cool. The Boys, I've never seen it, but I heard of it.
I haven't seen it.
You think there will never be, honestly, there will never be a special edition of Ninja Turtles because it made too much money and Warner Brothers won't do it. It just won't happen.
You wonder why they never did it.
Because it made way too much money back then. It was one of the biggest hits of the year. It was in the top 10. It made more money than any of the Nightmare on Elm Street films. It was a huge movie. It was I think until the Blair Witch came out, it was the highest grossing independent movie. It beat Halloween. Halloween prior to that was the highest grossing independent movie. And Ninja Turtles held that for 9 years, the original. And it made a ton of money back then. In theaters, it made like 80 million worldwide. Or no, it made more in America. Excuse me. In America, it made 80 million in 1990. Worldwide, it made like 130 some million dollars. The VHS was huge back then because they did the promotion with Pizza Hut, and which is weird because in the movie they eat Domino's.
Domino's, yeah.
Marketing, I don't know. But that first Ninja Turtles movie was hugely successful. And they had so many opportunities to do a special edition DVD and a Blu-ray. And the best thing that we can get is the German release, which has a little bit of features. It's just laziness. In my opinion, it's just now that New Line's New Line's been out of business, but New Line could have did it. They could have did a platinum series like they did back in the day. Warner Brothers could have done it. The only way that it would happen is because Warner Brothers has a deal with Shout Factory, if they give it to Shout Factory, but I highly doubt that's going to happen because they're going to want a lot of money to get that film.
Yeah.
And they'll probably have to do a package deal for the sequels so they can make more money. That's probably what will happen if it does happen. But that would be very expensive. Now, Shout Factory obviously has a lot of money at their disposal because just look at the stuff that they release. Obviously, they can afford to do it. But from a marketing and from a financial standpoint, Warner Brothers would want way too much money from them to release it. And I think a lot of times they say it's not worth it. Or like overseas, if Arrow were to do it, I mean, I could definitely see Arrow doing it overseas. But again, it would be really, really expensive for them to do it. Now, they would make their money back and then some, no doubt about it, because everybody would want to see it. But I highly doubt it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Bounty Hunters with Dudikoff. Yeah, I actually like both of those. But then his agent said he can't do more ninja movies, which is weird. Well, Avenging Force isn't a ninja movie, but he did American Ninja 4. So, but apparently, good.
I'll say, sorry if I'm a little quiet. I haven't really seen a lot of Dudikoff stuff.
That's okay. But with American Ninja 4, he was not happy because he wanted Steve James to be in that movie, and Steve James refused to do the movie because he got tired of playing the sidekick. And Steve James himself said that. So he was already upset that Steve James didn't want to do the movie. They probably paid him a bunch of money to come back, and then they probably promised him to do more stuff that never happened. And David Bradley didn't like working with him because he felt that he should have been the star since Michael Dudikoff left. When Michael Dudikoff gave David Bradley a chance to work in Hollywood. So, yeah. It's stupid. But that's ego and money. But then, because there's a picture out, I don't know if it's on the internet, but I've seen it. I'm not making this up. In the Go-Go Boys, which is a documentary about Canon Films, Michael Dudikoff shows a picture of an ad for American Ninja 5 with his face on it, and the American Ninja 5 never happened with him. So, yeah. So his agent, that's probably a rumor. His agent telling him don't do any more ninja movies because he was going to make another one. So I think it was just one of those things where he wanted to do it and they said no, and you're going to do Captain America and Spider-Man, and those movies never got made with him. So, yeah.
Wow.
Now, I could definitely see Michael Dudikoff as Captain America. Spider-Man, yeah. But I could see him more as Captain America.
And what time this would have been? Like in the mid-90s?
Early 90s.
Early 90s? Okay.
I could definitely see it in the early 90s. like the time that the movie came out, instead of
Mhm.
nobody, who the guy that played him was. No disrespect to him, but who, if Michael Dudikoff was in that movie, people would remember that movie. Not, I don't even remember the guy's name that played him in that movie. So yeah. No, Matt Salinger. No one knows who Matt Salinger is. They know who Michael Dudikoff is. Just saying. And the whole thing with them making Captain America have fake ears, that was stupid too.
Fake ears?
Yeah, they glued a set of fake ears on the mask. Yes. Because originally they just cut the mask and he wore it over his head, but it was too uncomfortable. So they redid the mask and glued fake ears on. And especially on Blu-ray, it is terrible, and you can completely see that it's fake. On a VHS, you might have got away with it, but on Blu-ray, you could definitely see that it's glued on there and it's fake.
Let's see here. I don't know where we are with the comments.
Catch a Predator, but with the Predator, with the actual Predator, that was funny.
Yeah.
The Catch a Predator where the guy showed up naked, that's scary.
Was that the one where he was chasing the cat? Or something like that? I remember vaguely.
Someone said it in the comments. I just saw it. I think that's the one.
All right. Yeah, sorry. We're trying to catch up with the comments a little bit here. So.
I think, yeah, Chris Hansen turned out to be an asshole, but watch the Sonic movie just for Jim Carrey. Okay. But I like how they actually listened to the fans and they redesigned Sonic. So, yeah. That was awesome.
Now I have to give it a watch.
Yeah, Kinjite Forbidden. Yeah, you want to watch Charles Bronson killing pedophiles? Check that movie out.
Yeah.
That's a badass movie. Where's Charles Bronson when we need him now?
Yeah, I agree.
Michael Jordan can wipe the floor with LeBron. Damn right.
I agree.
Jane Balder was the hot alien girl in V.
Huh.
Okay. The Michael Jordan, Larry Bird video. Yeah, I remember it.
I don't remember it. Huh. I mean, like, I don't. Wow.
I've never played it, but I do remember it. As much as
yeah.
Yeah, see, that's where it was.
Oh, okay, there.
That's it.
DJ.
Yeah. I was like, I know I saw it in there.
What about this one?
Over sexualized, underpaid. Yeah, shut up, Scarlett Johansson. Shut up. And then, like, the thing was, they didn't even ask her, like, the question that they asked her had nothing to do with that at all. And she just starts going off about that. I'm like, yep, you're just trying to hold on to that star because you're pushing 40 and nobody wants to see you anymore. And
is she pushing 40?
I think she's pushing 40.
Okay, wow.
She's a little bit older than me, and I'm 29, which is scary, but yeah, I'm not 20 anymore.
Wait till you're 30.
I'm getting there. I'm definitely not 18 anymore. So, yeah, Scarlett Johansson's like 20-something. No, not anymore. But I think she's definitely pushing 40. Because Home Alone 3, that was like 97, and she was like 12 in that.
Wow. Okay.
So, yeah, she's probably like 36, 37. So she's definitely pushing 40.
Pink Floyd or Rush?
Rush. I love both, but I prefer a Rush.
All right, I'll say Pink Floyd.
There you go. Would love to join you for a stream. Now?
Hey. If Fabio can do it, anybody can join. So
Damn right. I had Shazam with Sinbad. I bought it on DVD, but I lost it in a house fire. Sure.
yeah, right.
Another 48 hours. The budget was $38 million, and it made $83. However, a lot of the movie was, I cannot talk. A lot was removed from the film. The work print was 2 hours and 20 minutes, and then yeah, I do know that. So it made money. It probably made about as much money as the first one. So.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Jackie Chan saying he is not for the Hong Kong revolt. I disagree because that's obviously Jackie Chan doesn't remember some of the movies that he made. So yeah.
Billy Idol biopic?
Why not?
Sure.
Why not? Oh, Chad Cancelton? I don't know. How is Chad Cancelton doing?
I don't know. Hopefully he's not here. Hopefully he's gone. God knows.
Mel Gibson should have been in. I honestly, if Mel Gibson didn't even say those things, I still don't think he would have been in Fury Road. That's just me. He would have been too old at that point.
Yeah.
The TBS show Chad with Chad Ochocinco. Yeah, I'll pass. I don't want to watch that.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. I ain't watching that.
I don't care. Hacksaw. Yeah, Hacksaw Ridge I really enjoyed. That was a really good movie that Mel Gibson directed.
I just picked it up on Blu-ray today.
Cool. And you know what? Mel Gibson, as much as I love him, just direct from now on. Honestly, I would much rather see that. I heard he was good, and I think it's called Boss Level.
Have you seen it?
He was pretty. I haven't seen it, but I heard Mel Gibson was good in that, so I might have to check that.
Yeah, I saw Fat Man on Blu-ray at Best Buy.
Yeah, I want to see that as well. That would be cool.
But Best Buy's really trimmed down on the selection. I mean, really, just
it depends on where you go. Because I've been to some Best Buys that have a great movie selection, and I've been to Best Buys that have a horrible movie selection. So it just depends on the store, I guess.
Okay.
Because the one closest to here, they have a really good movie selection. That's why I like to go there. And
it seemed like they had a lot more 4K.
Well, of course, but whatever. And then there's the other one, which is a little bit further than the closest one. I was only there once, but they had a pretty good movie selection too.
Okay.
So yeah. And then when I was in Colorado, it was weird. There was like 3 Best Buys near where I was at.
Oh, really?
And one of them had a really good selection and the other 2 not so much. Yeah, it was weird. There was like 3 in the general area where I was at. There was 3 Best Buys.
The nearest one to me is like 25 miles down the road, and that's the one I went to, and I was disappointed. I'm like, what happened?
Yeah, the closest one to here, I want to say is about a half hour, but it's worth the drive, honestly. Because then across the street is the mall, and there's a FYE in the mall, and that FYE is decent, so can't complain. And there's a bunch of good restaurants and stuff near there too, so you can eat.
Wow.
Just rewatched American Ninja 3 and 4 on Tubi. Cool. I mean, I have them on Blu-ray, but if people are looking for free, they're there.
I agree.
Yes. Fuck cancel culture. Yeah, Seth Rogen. Yeah, man, like cancel culture is great. No, it's because you got caught doing something stupid. And your buddy got caught. There's another one. Again, James Franco. Like, you didn't think that, like, you were going to get caught? Like, come on now.
Let's see where we are.
There was a thing. Apparently, a little while ago, he was texting a girl that was 17. Now,
Rogan?
No, James Franco. Now, in most states, the age of consent is 17, so technically he didn't do anything wrong, and then he made a joke about it. He was like, yeah, keep your 17-year-old daughters away from me. I'm like, you're really not helping your case, bud. Like, you shouldn't say stuff like that. But, I mean, he didn't do it, and nothing physical happened between them. I mean, again, legally, he would have been fine, but still, like, that's like, come on.
Yeah.
The best.
I didn't know about that.
Well, now you do. The best free streaming service is definitely Tubi. And Tubi's getting better. They're getting a lot bigger movies and stuff on there.
Yeah, Tubi's got a great selection, great library of movies.
All 4 American Ninja movies are free on YouTube. Well, there you go.
Weirdest movie I've seen?
Pink Floyd's The Wall.
Fucking Rollerball. You know what? Fucking the remake. Or Going Overboard with Adam Sandler.
Fuck Rollerball.
You know what? I take 2 of those back. Movie 43.
There you go. Never seen it.
I want to blow my brains out.
Fuck Rollerball. My brother thinks that's my favorite movie of all time. I've seen it 1 time, and it's terrible, and I will never watch it. Rollerball is a god awful movie. The only good thing about that movie is Paul Heyman. And the original Rollerball is good. That's a good movie. The one with James Caan. But the remake Rollerball is terrible. Again, Paul Heyman is the only good thing about that movie.
Yeah. Jean Reno's there for a check. Chris Klein is a Keanu wannabe. Keanu Reeves.
LL Cool J gets killed in a stupid way. Fuck that movie.
The worst pizza joint? I don't know.
I don't think there's a worse pizza joint.
You can't screw up pizza.
Yeah, well, they still do it sometimes.
The first three Sniper.
Yeah. The first one's getting a Blu-ray, so that's good. Why did Russell Crowe stop or why did Hollywood stop cast? Because he got out of control. He can't control himself with his rage and his alcohol. So, yeah. Career opportunities I've never seen.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, Sniper 3, Byron Mann, who's in all the Steven Seagal movies, is in it. He's the sidekick, of course. He was Ryu in Street Fighter.
Yeah, he's also in Belly of the Beast.
Yeah. I don't actually, that's honestly one of the better direct-to-video Steven Seagal movies.
Is that the one where he catches the arrow like that? Or something like that? Or
But it's one of, I mean, it gets pretty worse from there. But that's, I mean, apart from the obvious stunt doubles, like there's a shot in that movie when he like jumps up and like does like a spinning jumping kick, and you can clearly tell it's not. I mean, Steven Seagal couldn't do that anyway, even if he was in shape. Just being honest. But it's like it's just a guy with like a fat pad on. You can clearly tell.
I remember the one scene from the movie where he's like in the market finding some guys and they fly back 10 feet or something like that, or. Is that,
yeah, because they were thinking of the right one. Hong Kong wire fu, and it's whatever. Actors that ran David Bradley. David Bradley, according to Sam Furstenberg, he just disappeared one day and nobody can get in touch with him. Better Hitman, Agent 47 or Chuck Norris? Definitely Chuck Norris, because both of the Hitman movies based on the video game sucks. Both of those movies suck.
Better Hitman. Oh yeah. The Hitman with Chuck Norris is a better Hitman than the actual Hitman movies.
Yeah, the Timothy Oliphant one definitely sucked, and the other one wasn't any better.
And I did get Nobody on Blu-ray.
Cool. I still got.
That'll be in the next. Yeah, be in the next update.
Cool. Birds of Prey, a vanity project. That's all it was. It was a vanity project for Margot Robbie. That's all that movie was. Because she realized that she could make her own movie based on the character because everyone's obsessed with the character. And you know what? I've never seen it. It sounds like a terrible movie. Don't care to see it.
Yeah, same here.
Like
From all the stuff I've heard about it.
Why do you think they're rebooting Suicide Squad? Because they realized it sucked. Yeah, Avenging Force is here on YouTube for free. Human Shield is on YouTube for free.
Oh, I have to go check them out.
Yeah, especially Avenging Force. That movie is awesome. Yeah, Matt McComb, he started as a stunt guy, and then he was in a couple straight-to-video movies like Red Scorpion 2. Red Scorpion 2 is not too bad, but he didn't really go anywhere. Scarlett Johansson's 36. I was 36? I was close. Busta Rhymes should do karate moves on pedophiles. Now, I would watch that movie.
Yeah, why can't we get that movie?
Yeah, if it was Busta Rhymes as his character from Halloween Resurrection, and he's just like kicking the shit out of pedophiles, I'll go see that movie 5 times in theaters.
And they can line up. Here's Victor Salva. Here's Jeffrey Jones.
Yep. As long as Busta Rhymes says "trick or treat, motherfucker," I'll be there. I don't care. Crash Dive is one of the weaker Dudikoff movies, but I like Crash Dive. The other one, which was basically a remake of that, was okay, but Tomorrow War I haven't
seen. Not yet.
Motley Crue.
Biopic?
Oh, I love that. The Dirt, I actually really enjoyed that. It's a shame that it never got a physical release, but I quite enjoyed that movie. It's not really accurate, but it's pretty well done.
Do you prefer Heartbreak Ridge over Hacksaw Ridge?
Yes, Heartbreak Ridge is my favorite Clint Eastwood movie.
That's a great movie. I would say yes.
Yeah. Favorite Clint Eastwood movie? Really? Not Dirty Harry? Yeah. Everybody says Dirty Harry or The Man with No Name. Sorry, I'm different. Walmart has gotten terrible with the DVD and the Blu-ray.
Oh yeah, I've seen them.
Oh
Oh
God,
yeah,
you couldn't pay me to go through there.
I went in there
Oh,
yesterday.
go ahead.
I went in there yesterday. And I'm like, what is all this crap?
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like,
just junk. It's junk.
is it because of nothing's out right now that they have
No, I
to?
just think they switched up their stock. To be honest, and they have way more DVDs than Blu-rays. They barely have any Blu-rays, which sucks. But speaking of Walmart, the Turbo Man figures, okay, they were not supposed to come out till October. They were released early, which is why you can't find them.
Wow.
They issued a statement about that. They were not supposed to get released until October, and they sent them out early, and they released them, and that's why everybody bought them up. And now they're 3 times the price on eBay.
You still thinking about getting one?
If you really, yeah, but I'm waiting. I'm not paying $100 for one on eBay. You're out of your mind. I'm not doing that. If I go to a Walmart and I happen to find one, I'll get it. But I am not paying $100 for the cheapest that you can find them on eBay is $100. I am not buying that right now. I'll wait till October when you can get them when you're supposed to. So yeah, because that's why Walmart didn't have them on their website because they weren't supposed to come out yet. And they released them early and nobody knew about it. So yeah.
I'll wait.
The Resident Evil, I did play a demo of the Resident Evil 2 remake. I actually really liked it. That's just me.
Half price books.
There's not a half price books near here, so
I don't have that either.
I think there's one in Pittsburgh, but Pittsburgh is 4 hours away. So yeah. Annihilation is not a good word to put in a movie title. No, because every movie that has Annihilation in the title sucks.
Yeah. It's not glorious, that's for sure.
No, that movie sucks. American Ninja 4 is not a good movie. It will be glorious. Now, Brian Thompson did say they had a lot of fun making that movie. So there you go.
American Pie, I like the first one. I mean, I haven't really seen the sequels, to be honest with you. I do like American Pie.
American Pie 2 is good. American Wedding is a step down, and I do like American Reunion. And then that's it. Other than that, all the other ones they made are the spin-off movies. And the only one that was good for the spin-off movie was the first one. Because it had Stifler's brother, or his cousin. That was the only one that was good.
Which one was that? Beta House or
no? That's like the Book of Love, I think.
Okay.
And the only one
how many.
The only ones that are connected is Beta House and the one before it, but I don't remember. I think it's called The Naked Mile. Those are the only two that are connected. And then the last one, I can't even remember the name of the last one, but it has the dude that played Alfalfa in the Little Rascals movie before he got all crazy.
Well, whiffing the air cans and shit.
Yeah, and then apparently he made this big video here on YouTube where he explained everything, and he's like, yeah, I'm a born again Christian now, and I can't do this anymore. I'm like, all right, whatever, dude. Stop puffing air or whatever. I don't know. Celebrities are weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I think Eugene Levy's in all of the spinoffs. That's the only thing that is remotely connected to the other movies besides the first one that has Stifler's cousin in it. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with streaming, but I prefer physical media. That's just me.
Yeah, same here.
Which band do I listen to more often? Jimi Hendrix or AC/DC? Probably AC/DC.
I would say that AC/DC.
But I love Jimi Hendrix as well. Most overrated game series? Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
Max Payne is underrated. Max Payne is not overrated.
Thoughts on Sly and the Suicide Squad?
I don't care. Tubi is awesome. I agree. Rescue Me with Michael Dudikoff and Steven Dorff. Yeah, I think that's on YouTube for free. That's a pretty good one. Barnes and Noble. Yeah, but the problem with Barnes and Noble is all their shit's super expensive.
Oh yeah, that's why I never go.
The only time you can get something decent is if they're doing a sale. Like right now, they're doing the Criterion sale, and they're like $20 a pop. So yeah, apart from that, they're super expensive. Walmart didn't do promotion for the Turbo. Well, again, they weren't supposed to come out, and they released them early, and that's why you can't find them. Halloween 5 or H2O?
H2O.
5. I mean, I don't like H2O as much as I used to. It is just Scream with Michael Myers. As much as I try to like that movie, that's all it is, because that's what worked at the time, and that's what they wanted. That movie could have been completely different, but they said, no, we don't want that. I have to go with Halloween 5 because, number 1, you have Donald Pleasance. Mm-hmm. Number 2, you have Danielle Harris. 3, all the annoying characters get killed, so I'm good with that. And it's just, I like, it's more of a Halloween film. H2O is not a Halloween film. It's a Scream film.
I can agree with that.
With the 14 different Michael Myers masks. There you go.
True Romance?
Love True Romance.
It's a classic.
Arrow's putting that out on a Blu-ray. It's a combo. It's a 4K Blu-ray combo pack, but I'm still going to get it.
Great movie.
Love True Romance. Eugene Levy isn't in the... Well, because the New American Pie is the gender swap that nobody... See, look, that movie... No one knew that movie came out, except us.
Try to find the comment. Which one is it?
Stranger Boy said it.
Okay.
I think we...
Okay, gotcha.
There it is.
Okay, wow.
Yeah. The only people that knew it came out was us, and we didn't even see it.
How come Tom Bergen does not credit as an action star?
I guess he's known for his dramatic roles.
But he's only done like a handful. I mean, the Sniper movies, but...
Sniper and...
Substitute
1. And, I mean, Shoot to Kill is more of a thriller. But, yeah. Well, unfortunately, I saw it. Well, I'm sorry that you had to sit through American Pie. Whatever. I hope you didn't pay to see it. I'll just say that.
Moving Target, haven't seen.
The one with...
Have you seen that one?
Yeah, that's okay with Michael Dudikoff. I like that. And then there's the one with Don the Dragon Wilson. That was fun. He gets to go run around Ireland looking for beer that has nanobots in it or something. Some ridiculous plot like that. I don't know.
Have a good one, Scotty.
So, least favorite moments of Halloween 5. My least favorite is killing Rachel in a stupid way.
The stuttering kid.
The stupid clown music.
Yeah. With the cops, yeah.
You didn't need that. It's like, why? But I remember on the Blu-ray, there's an interview. Danielle Harris said that the director, it's funny the way she says it. She's like, he's French, so he's, French. And I'm like, well, yeah, now we know, because I think that director got in way over his head, and he didn't really know what he was doing, because some of the other people that worked on the movie said the same thing. He just, I don't know. I don't know how he got the job. I guess they thought he was good enough, and I just think he didn't understand what he was doing, because they said when they filmed the shot when Michael Myers runs the tree into the car and his head's on the horn and the horn's going off, the director froze for a minute, and Don Shanks is in the car in the costume, just laying his head down, are we gonna yell cut or what? Because I think he had a microphone and he could hear what they were saying, and he's just sitting there, and they said the director was like this, because I guess he had never seen stunts before. And then they're like, are you gonna yell cut? And he's like, oh yeah, sorry, cut. And okay. And apparently they filmed all this extra stuff that never got into the movie. And Don Shanks said one day they were sitting there and he's just like, what the fuck are we doing? And they're like, I don't know. Okay. But yeah, Michael Myers crying, that doesn't make any sense.
No,
And they were going to show his face. Like, they were going to show a scene where his face is all, like, burned up. But they said that makeup was going to be too expensive to do. And the movie you wouldn't have seen it anyway because they would have cut it out of the movie. I'm like, okay, well. But no, that doesn't make sense because in the beginning of the movie, you see him get up from the table and you see his face.
yeah.
His face is fine. So it doesn't make sense at all. But sure. And then his hands aren't burned. Like, I burned here a year ago, and it's still there. You could still.
Oh, what'd you do?
So I was driving, and some idiot, like, something fell out of their car, and it was like a console, and there's all this shit all over the road, and I, like, swerved out of the way, and I hit it, and it got stuck underneath the car. So I pulled the car over and grabbed it, and the engine was hot. Obviously, I was driving, and it was the summertime, and my hand went up, and I burned it underneath the engine. But it's gone for the most part. But that's a year.
Wow.
Like, imagine Michael Myers on fire at the end of Halloween 2, his entire body. I don't think it's going to take a year. Well, because in Halloween 4, he has the burns on his hands. You mean to tell me in 11 years it went away after he was on fire, his entire body? I don't think so. That doesn't make sense. But I would.
The stuttering kid originally got run over.
Well, yeah, they cut it, but they cut it weird because you could clearly see, like, it's awkwardly cut in the movie. Because the kid that played him said, there's an interview where he said, yes, we filmed it that way where I get hit, but in editing they had to change it because the movie, you wouldn't have seen the movie if they kept it in.
Hey, Jerry.
Okay, well, yeah. Because back in the 80s, you couldn't show. Now, I mean, you can show anything in a movie pretty much. But back then, they couldn't show kids getting hit by cars.
Interesting.
I'm like, okay. So, yeah, he said they did film it where he got hit, and he kept, like, I think they had, like, a fake leg or something that they made for him, and he kept it. So he's like, yeah, we filmed it. Like, just you couldn't see it. It wasn't allowed to be seen.
Oh, wow.
That's like, because later in the movie, Jamie gets stabbed in the leg when she's in the laundry chute, but you never see it because they had to cut it out. And then she gets out of the laundry chute and her leg's bleeding and she's limping. And Danielle Harris kept the leg and then she sold it for charity or something a couple of years ago. But so much of that movie got cut out because they just were filming all this stuff that never made it into the movie. And it was a lot more violent and over the top, like the scene where he kills the SWAT team and all that, but you couldn't see it because if it was in the movie would have never got released.
Oh.
Even though it's all makeup and practical effects, it's not real. So, yeah. I don't know. Because Don Shanks, when I met him, told me, he goes, yeah, I stabbed the cop in the eye with the gun and, like, twisted the gun, and it's, like, hanging out of his head. And, when he kills the guy in the car, he's like smashing his face in the glass and the glass is all in his face. And the Dr. Death dude in the beginning, he like picks him up and like breaks his back and like throws him on the table and stabs him and the blood comes out and it's like a ritual thing. And he goes, yeah, we filmed all of this stuff and you cannot see any of it because it was too much.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So Halloween 5, it's just, the problem is they went into that movie right after 4. Like 4 came out and they were like, we got to make this movie. And they rushed into it. And that's what happened with that film. Because they just couldn't wait 6 months or whatever. They had to do it right away. Because Donald Pleasance, I think, was only there for like a week. They only had him for a week. He was doing another movie. So all his stuff had to get filmed first. And then they had to fill the gaps in. Which is kind of weird because he's in a good chunk of that movie. So I guess they did all that very quickly. I don't know.
Did you like him in the movie? Like Donald Pleasance? I
do. Like, I know a lot of people don't like his performance, but I like how he becomes so batshit insane that he's willing to basically kill a little girl to get Michael Myers. I think it's a pretty damn good performance, but that's just me.
Yeah, Stranger Boy says, I'm surprised the upcoming Halloween 5 4K didn't include the cut stuff.
Right. They went and they found all this footage, but they didn't use it. I guess I'm the only one that remembers this, but there was a big thing a couple of years ago where they went, I don't know who it was, but they went and looked in all the film cans and warehouses and all this stuff, and they found all this footage for Halloween 5, but they can't use it. Why can't they use it?
Doesn't make sense to me.
Same with Halloween 4. When Halloween 4 first came out on Blu-ray, it was supposed to have 30 minutes of deleted scenes, and for the last minute, they said it wasn't going to be on there. Well, where'd this shit go? You know what I'm saying? Like, this stuff just doesn't magically disappear. Either you have it or you don't have it. If they had it, or if they didn't have it, and then they lied to people, just admit that they lied.
Yeah.
But if you had it and just were too lazy to release it, then that's a different story. Because 4 had, like, there's a Fangoria that I have. There's a picture in the Fangoria where Michael Myers is standing in the police station and all the dead cops are around him. That's not in the movie. Because when I first got that magazine, I was like, wait a minute, this isn't in the movie. No one can find that footage. Where is it?
Yeah, why can't we see that? I want to see it.
It's 2021. Again, you can put anything in a movie now. Why can't you put it on the Blu-ray for people to see it? Again, what was the point of them looking in on these warehouses and these boxes to find this stuff? What was the point of that?
Yeah.
So either you lied to people or what you found was not worth it and you didn't tell anyone. So whatever. It's stupid. I hate it. And it happens all the time. Like the Schumacher cut. They have it.
Yeah.
The writer of the movie just did an interview like a month ago. And he's like, yep, I just watched it and everything's in there. All the stuff that we were going to have is still in there. All the darker footage is in there. Riddler killing people. It's all in that version. And I just watched it. Then why not release it?
Yeah, why can't we get it?
People will pay money for this shit. It's stupid.
Hashtag release the Schumacher cut.
Damn right. Captured? I've never seen Captured. Don't worry, I didn't pay to see it. Good. I'm glad you didn't pay money to see that shitty American Pie film.
Jerry, real quick, we're doing this via StreamYard. If you're asking how we're doing this, we're doing StreamYard.
Well, yeah, wow, man, nobody remembers the Bourne films anymore. Yeah, and then the whole shit in Halloween 6 where, I mean, the theatrical version, they cut it out. But in the producer's cut where Michael Myers impregnates his niece. Yeah, that's pretty disgusting. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea. If I ever meet Daniel Ferrens, I will ask him that. Like, why did you think it was a good idea for a movie? You didn't think that people were going to question this? Because that makes sense for a Halloween film.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, and it's funny because Danielle Harris brought it up in an interview on the Blu-ray. She's like, "Why did he get me pregnant? That's not Halloween. That's disgusting. That's weird." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. Like, it's just, hello, McFly. That makes sense. That makes complete sense." Child's Play 3. Child's Play 3.
Yeah, I go with Child's Play 3.
I love that movie. That movie doesn't get enough attention. And that's another movie where they rushed into it. Same with the second one. They rushed into those, but they actually turned out pretty good, in my opinion. Because Child's Play 2, they rushed into that movie, and it changed because MGM was going to release it, but MGM changed management, and they didn't want that movie released. So Universal bought the rights and then released it. So that's what happened with that.
I love the first 3 after that.
Yeah. After they stopped being called Child's Play is when they stopped being good, in my opinion.
The Fly is still a classic.
Damn right. Caitlyn Jenner. Oh, God. Can we not?
Yeah, Mario. Hey, Mario, what's up, man? Mario in the house. Oop.
Woo! For the upcoming Chucky panel at Comic-Con, they might release never-before-seen interviews and behind-the-scenes from Child's Play 1. Okay, cool. Hopefully they release it elsewhere. Yeah, I like this StreamYard. This is cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Yeah,
At some point, we're gonna. I can have. I think you can have up to 6 people, free.
cool.
Like the
And then you pay
free.
for it. Yeah.
You can pay for it, and then you can have up to 10 people.
Huh.
So.
Yeah, the producer's cut is a pretty damn good movie. Apart from the whole Michael Myers getting his niece pregnant, that's weird and disgusting and illegal. But sure, in a movie sense, it's illegal, but in real life, it's illegal too, and it's disgusting. Anyway, well, I mean,
We
like the
get.
whole like plot of Thorn makes sense. It's just they didn't kind of like figure out the ending a little bit more, but I mean, it all kind of worked out. So because the ending to that movie is rushed, and
Yeah.
like they just either they didn't care because they kept taking money away from the production and they just wanted the movie to come out and try to salvage what they could. That's what happened. I mean, the producer's cut was the version that was tested and they didn't like it, so they were going to go change it, and then they locked everyone out of their own movie. Legally, they took the movie away from them and changed it to what the theatrical version was, and they couldn't do anything about it. And it sucks. From that standpoint, it sucks, but that's what happens when you're the Weinsteins and you have all this well, they used to. Thank God they don't anymore, but so you can blame the Weinsteins on that one. And they were notorious for that with Miramax and Dimension Films back then. They were notorious for taking the movies away from everybody and re-editing them just to make money. So, yeah.
Wow.
They did it with The Crow, the sequel, The City of Angels. They did it with so many movies back then. The Hellraiser movies, they just didn't care. They just wanted the quickest way to make money off of something back then. And it shows in a lot of those theatrical versions. You could definitely tell in those movies the editing is a lot of them. The editing is really bad.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what else.
It's fun up to 6 people. Oh, okay, cool.
One night we're gonna do that.
Yeah, that would
Get
be
a bunch
fun.
of us in there.
That would be fun. Favorite directors and director's cuts, like some of my favorites. Highlander, even though the theatrical cut is fine, it's just they add a couple more scenes that make more. Well, the movie makes sense. It's just they add a little bit more, and I like the stuff that they add. Highlander 2, way better than the theatrical version. True Romance, the director's cut is better than the theatrical, even though it's good. The director's cut's better.
Daredevil.
Yes,
Yeah, Daredevil.
Director's cut of Daredevil is way better than the PG-13 version because it's just the editing is better, the pacing is better. I like how Bullseye gets to say "fuck" in it. That's just me. But yeah, there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of director's cuts that are better.
Do like a couple more questions?
Yeah, we could go a couple more minutes.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting the timers and the.
I don't even know how long we've been going, honestly.
There's 2 hours and 53 minutes. So.
Oh, geez. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know I start. Okay. Wow. Okay.
But you started without me, so.
Okay. We'll do a couple more here and we'll wrap up.
We'll go 3 and then.
All right.
Yeah, the theatrical version of Daredevil is not bad, but the director's cut is better, I would say.
I need to pick that up. I don't think I even have it.
I have the Blu-ray. The problem is the Blu-ray doesn't have the PG-13 version.
Oh wow, okay.
It only has the direct. Actually, does it only? It's somewhere in here, but I think it only has the director's cut. Because
I'm gonna have to go look.
Yeah, because I have. I think it's up here. It's somewhere. I have the theatrical version on DVD because it has a different commentary, but that's it.
Okay.
That's the only reason why I have it, because there's a different commentary track. I think it's just the director on the commentary track, and then the director's cut, it might be a couple other people or vice versa.
Yeah. I agree, Wall, man. Time flies when you're having fun. Yeah. We need to get you on, buddy.
Chevy Chase calling Bush. Well, Chevy Chase is an asshole, so. Funny trolls. I don't know about funny. More annoying.
Yeah.
Because I'm funny when trolls come on, apparently.
Have you had that lately? Like, have it happened lately on your streams?
Not lately. I haven't had a troll in a while, but usually everybody's good about catching it, so we'll usually take care of it pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But I haven't had
Well,
one in a while. But you guys know what happened.
Oh yeah.
It's fun. It's fun to me because I'm sick in the head, so that's what I do.
But while I may be on, we're gonna get you in one of these.
That would be fun. River of Death. River of Death isn't a bad Michael Dudikoff. It's on Blu-ray here in America, and there's an interview and I think a commentary with Michael Dudikoff, so it's definitely worth picking up.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, that one's pretty good. Donald Pleasance is in that. Bunch of people are actually in that movie. The Shout Factory Return of the Living Dead, that has 99% of the original soundtrack. There's one song that is not original because they couldn't get the rights to it, but everything else is original. There's just one song that's not on there.
Okay.
But if you have, actually, I don't think any of the DVD releases had the original soundtrack. If you have it on VHS, you'll have the original soundtrack. But other than that, there has never been a DVD or a Blu-ray release in the United States that has the original soundtrack. I think overseas, there might be a Blu-ray that has completely 100% the original soundtrack. Don't quote me on that, though. But if you get the Shout Factory one, which has all the great features and the work print and everything on there, that has 99% of the original soundtrack. One song is not on there. Yeah, Robert Vaughn is on there in that, or he's in River of Death as well. Herbert Lom, L.Q. Jones, all wonderful actors. That actually L.Q. Jones is still alive, I believe, but he's like 90.
I was about to say he's got to be up there, really up there.
He's up there in years, but everyone else, I think Herbert Lom passed away, but great actors. Yeah, Yinko, that would be fun to get you on here as well. Any of you guys, honestly.
Yeah, that'd be great. But
Shout Factory releases the Teen Wolf cartoon was supposed to come out and they never released it. That got canceled. They were supposed to do Werewolf, I think, which was an 80s TV series, and something happened. It was something with the music, and they said, no, we don't want to do it because we want the original music. But Werewolf got a DVD, I think a DVD release in France, of all places. Mm-hmm. But I heard the picture quality is terrible. So I'm not even going to bother with it. But I think all the episodes are here on YouTube for free. Werewolf is a really cool TV series from the 80s. If you've never seen it.
No, I never heard of it. Wow. See, that's why I'm quiet a lot, because it's very interesting to listen to like a lot of this stuff.
Well, at least somebody listens.
Yeah.
I got all this useless information in my head. Might as well put it to good use.
Thoughts on Cobra Kai being nominated for an Emmy?
That's cool. Who does better, or Arrow or Shout? I got to go with Shout Factory. I think they have the better artwork, 9 times out of 10. Arrow, there's some Arrow ones that are really cool, like the RoboCop one is really cool. I have that. I have the poster for that. But I think Shout does some better ones. Like the Night of the Creeps one was awesome. Escape from New York and LA, I really like the artwork on those. Speaking of John Carpenter, Big Trouble in Little China, that one was cool.
Oh, yeah, that's a great one.
Vampires was cool. They Live was cool. All of them. I have pretty much all of them on top of the shelf. And then, actually, where is it? Oh, here it is. Since I haven't watched this one yet, this was pretty cool. The Village of the Damned.
Oh, yeah, I have that one too. Yep.
Yeah. I
got
do
that
like
from Walmart.
one of John Carpenter's most underrated movies, in my opinion. And unfortunately, the last movie Christopher Reeves did before his accident.
Yeah, same year. The year it came out, right?
Yep, I think right after the movie came out was when he had his accident.
Wow.
Stacey Dash got canceled.
Wow. What? But
Clueless got canceled. Why?
what did Clueless do?
Yeah, that's what I'd like to know. Why did Clueless get canceled?
Let's find out as we wrap up here.
Favorite Mill Creek release? Renegade, the Renegade complete series.
I don't see anything about Clueless.
Can't cancel Clueless. Paul Rudd will not have none of that.
Yeah. Have a good night, Bobby. I think I'm subscribed to you, Sean Little.
Yeah.
But we can wrap up here.
Yeah, I didn't realize we were going that long, but
yeah. But next time we'll have like a bunch of people in here or something, and
yeah, that would be
see who we can get. Yeah. But thank you guys for joining in. Thank you, Fabio, for joining me tonight, and I'm glad this worked out.
Yeah, this is really cool. This is better than the other thing we tried. This is way better.
But yeah, we're gonna do it more. I may have to get. We'll see what happens, but I may have to get the pay just to, because I think you're only allowed 20 hours a month for free.
Really?
Yeah, but so I'll have to look at that more. But thank you everybody for.
Oh God, Wild Man, don't say that.
Oh,
here he goes again about that. I remember last time he started saying that.
Yeah. Have a good night, Wild Man. But everybody out there, thank you. Thank you, Fabio. And we're definitely going to do this again.
Absolutely. This is fun.
Have a good night and stay black, right?
Always. Now I got other people saying it.
Yeah. Peace.
See you guys.